My man.
During the stream.
My man.
I want to have a conversation about this.
I was gonna say my man Goku because he's the GOAT, but I don't want to trigger people.
I mean, I prefer Vegeta, but you know, or Piccolo even, or literally any other character other than Goku.
No, I don't like Goku as a
character.
I don't like Goku as a character. I just like him how godlike he is. That's all I like. As a character, Vegeta is by far the best character in the show, and that's not even me like siding with Triforce. I've gone on record before. I was in the Discord saying Vegeta is the best character in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I've always thought that.
I wonder if I could actually find those posts, because I definitely made those remarks.
I can't.
To be honest, like Bulma's actually the best character.
I mean, she's been there since episode 1 of the original show, so
Yep.
it would make sense.
Bulma's the fucking queen, and Vegeta got that. Yamcha got that. He got lucky though. That's because there were no other dudes around.
Literally the only reason.
Hey
And
guys.
he was strong for the time too, but
Hey guys.
you know how that happened.
Hey guys. So we're gonna play a video right now, right? And I want to get you guys' take on this video. That's something.
Is he streaming? Why isn't he in the Discord?
Because I'm over Blaquepauldron's house.
Yeah, he's using my mic.
Fact.
Yeah, so what's the point of me being in the Discord? I'm actually in the Discord. It's just if I turn on my mic, you'll hear that wee loud effect.
Oh, so you can hear us. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Pauldron's going to run a movie right now, or run a video. Very important that everyone listens. Kat, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, is Robin in here? Is Robin online by any chance? This would be...
Oh boy, it's one of those videos.
No. This is some other shit. It would be
Okay.
nice type of girl. This is outside of video games, actually. This is about some real life shit right now. All right, just run the video because she's not on, so it's whatever.
Where's the video?
I sent it to you.
Wait, I don't even see you online.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't see me online?
It doesn't show that you're online. Like, I just searched your channel on YouTube, and it doesn't say
Oh,
live.
it's Blaquepauldron's channel. That's what
Oh,
you
it's
mean, yeah.
Pauldron's channel. Oh.
Mhm.
Did you link it in the community hall?
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. You must have posted it on Twitter. Did you say chilling with Triforce?
It should automatically post on Twitter.
But you should make your own tweet as well.
Okay, let me see.
Say chilling with Triforce after Justice League, talking about some real life stuff in a tweet. Because this is something I actually want to talk about. Listening to this guy, it's messages like these that wipe out an entire generation of people. And I really want to get everybody's thoughts on it.
Nintendo Gonzo says that Vegeta looks like he has Napoleon complex.
That's nice.
I mean, if anything, Krillin should have Napoleon complex.
I gotta tag you. How do I do that?
At symbol,
Yeah, I got
and
it.
then
I got
It's
it.
like it's like Discord.
By the way, remember when hashtag used to be pound? What happened to the good old days?
So, you know, A-Train,
Twitter.
you know Tiffany Nazir, right?
Is she?
Yes, the one who's blessed.
She says she's blessed.
When you see her, you'll know what I mean.
What are you talking about?
She's blessed.
What? Who are
Oh,
you?
so she has. Okay, so it's the top one. Is she like laying down in her picture?
Of course, because she's blessed.
Yeah, she's friends with. Okay, she's friends with a whole bunch of people. Okay, I've never met her, but okay.
What are you talking? What is going on?
You'll see when you play the video.
What video? Oh, the video you sent me. I didn't get it from you yet. By the way.
All right. I got backup tonight too.
I have received no video.
What do you mean?
To be honest, like Vegeta's like not even that much shorter than Goku.
Good Lord, why'd you want me to go Facebook?
because it's a Facebook video. You
My-
have to play it from Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, my Twitter's up, by the way.
I already posted. I already tweeted. I retweeted and then I commented with the tweet.
The one that isn't updated, right? The one that says roundup and shit. Yeah. So I hate Twitter.
All right, so guys, you there?
Yeah.
All righty then. So now let's move forward with this. Okay, so
I gotta get a
Pauldron's
window.
gonna play a video.
Yeah, I gotta get a window capture.
No, you can just run it and
Is
the
it-
audio
wait.
pick up. You don't have to actually show.
He's not that much shorter. He's like at least
Wait, the
like
audio.
what, like 3 to 4 inches shorter. That's not that much shorter.
What are you guys talking about?
He's saying that Vegeta's way shorter than Goku, when he's not.
Jesus, why are we talking about that? Like, man, okay, look, we're about to. I'm about to talk about something real right now. So, like,
Where is this video?
I sent it to your messages.
Oh, why am I signing as this guy?
Oh, you're saying that's the wrong guy. I was doing me. I'm a real.
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
What? Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. Let me switch this back to my actual account.
Please don't die over the neighborhood that your mom is making.
Rented.
Rented.
I only heard the song once and I heard of it.
Take your drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you rent it. I guess so. Hold on for a second, guys. Pauldron is bringing it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. See it? Alright, so he's going to play it right now. It's a very important topic, and I want to get Kat's thoughts on it.
All
Do I
right.
need sound to understand it?
Oh, yeah, it's a video. It's a guy talking. Whenever Pauldron is ready. Take your drug money and buy the neighborhood.
All right, so listen, right? I just need to talk to y'all women real quick, because it's clear to me that some of y'all just don't get it, right? Now, I just made a post stating that it is okay for a woman not to want to deal with a man if he's not financially capable of taking care of her. It doesn't make you a gold digger. It doesn't mean that you're out for this man's money. It doesn't mean any of that. You have a choice, and that choice is solely up to you, and that decision needs to be made from the rip. All this conversations I see about women saying, oh, we can build together. My parents and my grandparents didn't have anything, and they struggled and they made it. Listen, life is not about struggle, right? We've done that already. We are supposed to be putting ourselves in situations to where as though our children are not in the same situation that we are in, right? And it's unfortunate that a lot of you women are still instilling and breeding in men that it is okay for them not to be where they need to be at 30-something years old because you're going to build with them. It is not your job as a woman to build with a man. I understand that once you get into a serious committed relationship and you get married, teamwork makes the dream work. I am a strong believer in that. But if a man doesn't have the necessary tools when you meet him to build, what is the conversation about at this point? Listen, I've been doing construction for going on 17 years. And I know for a fact that one of the biggest tools and key elements in building anything is finances. If you don't have the financial backing from the beginning of a project, you're not building shit. Nothing. And all you women are doing by saying to men that we can work together, we can build, is nurturing them the same way their mothers did. These men have been up under their moms for so long, and they come out into the real world not having this, not being driven to do this and that and this and that. And here it is, you giving them the same thing that their mom gave. Oh, it's okay, we're going to build together. No, it is not your job. If that man is not financially stable and he's not able to give you the world, you are not obligated to deal with him because you think that he's attractive or because he loves you. That is not your job. Y'all got to stop, and y'all got to do better. And stop feeling bad because he's not where he needs to be. That is not your problem. I'm a man, and I'm telling you right now, as a man who does okay for himself, that I wouldn't even marry a woman who wasn't doing okay. And I'm a man, and I know I don't need a woman for anything. But I would not put myself in a situation to where as though she's just not doing something with herself. So why is it okay for a woman to say, oh, he's not where he needs to be, but we can build together. Oh, he can't do this for me, but we gonna get there. No, you done struggled long enough. You done been through all that already. Why would you want to put yourself back into that situation? If that man can't do for you and you're having sex with him, now you're going to bring or take the chances of, I don't care if you're using protection or not, you're still running a chance of bringing a child into this world up under a man who can't even do for you. How the hell is he going to do for a child if he can't even do for you? Like, do y'all not realize that? So you're just continuing the cycle of bullshit. It needs to stop. Stop feeling bad for men. I don't want another man to feel bad for me, let alone a woman. Don't feel bad for me. Make these men get out there and do what they're supposed to do. Stop giving them excuses. Y'all got to do better. Man.
Hold on, I gotta get the Discord too. Okay, we're back.
All right. Okay, so can I make my first point?
Sure.
Wow.
I actually have something I need to say. So he is not necessarily wrong. However,
He's not right.
I think he's being extreme. He's not right at all. Because look, just because, like, and it's the same, it works both ways. Just because a man or a woman is not necessarily right, what matters is that you have the drive and you are working towards something. If you're going out with a dude or a woman who's just sitting at home doing nothing, not trying to build shit, then no, don't waste your time. But if they're actively, putting that effort, maybe they're down now, but they're actively putting in the work, putting in the time, putting in the hustle to get to a point where they can provide, where they can be that guy, like that's when it's fine, I think, because I've seen it firsthand. My cousin was living with his mom for like almost 30 years. He didn't he was basically set up to live a life where he was just gonna live with his mom forever and not really have money. He had a drive though, so he met his current wife. You know what happens? His current wife was like, nah, I know you could do better because I know you're better because I've seen what you do. So what did she do? She helped him while he was in college. He now he makes $100,000 a year plus. Both of them make $100,000 a year plus, and they living good now. So that's why I don't agree with that.
Prime example is Bill Gates. He wasn't shit in school. In fact, Cash had all the money. That was his partner at the time. And Melinda knew what Bill's potential was. And despite him not having it then, he most definitely has it now. But
Yeah, and that's because he was putting in the work. Like that's why I don't like the video. While I don't necessarily fully disagree with what he's saying, I don't understand where you alienate another person because they don't have it but they're trying, and that I think that's silly. If you're trying to build, if a woman can see that, yeah, this man's doing something to make his life better, so that he can in the future be able to provide us a life that maybe none of us have even considered living before, then that's fine. But to say every single man who's not ready yet, I get not having a kid, whatever, because then that just makes everything 10 billion times harder. But like not being in a relationship with someone, not putting your time into someone who's putting into the work, it's absolutely stupid. Just because they're not ready. Like you don't even need to jump into marriage when they're broke. You can be dating, helping him out while you're dating. You don't need to put all your time into it, but like be his backbone while you're dating. Bam, everything goes up. He pops the ring. You get married. You don't regret wasting your time because you're with a man who's putting in the work that makes himself better.
see, okay, I want Kat to comment before I do.
Well, I mean, I agree with what A-Train said, like 110%. And I feel like anything that A-Train already said, I mean, like, you know, I can't say what already, how do I explain this? Like, I just basically agree with what A-Train said. Like, he said everything I wanted to say, pretty much.
So
But, like,
okay,
huh?
No, go on. Didn't mean that.
I was gonna say something, like, completely, like, irrelevant, I guess. Like, I feel like this dude who made this video just probably got into, like, a huge fight with his own girlfriend or whatever, you know, about this or something. Or, like, just knows someone that's going through this right now and is, like, being babied by his, you know, fiance or whatever.
All right.
I mean, like, I really...
I want to chime in last. Does anybody want to?
I wanna reply to Nintendo Gonzo because he said in a small part where he's like, if they're 30 and they're not trying, right? But what the whole statement was, do not get with a man who isn't quote unquote ready to support you right now, which is a bad mentality to have. Because yeah, you're not a gold digger if you want someone who's financially able to, you know, sustain a family right now. You're not a gold digger unless you are. Like there's very specific situations where you are a gold digger. But in those situations, no, it's fine. If you want a man from the rip who's good, that's fine. You could do that. Same with a woman. If you want a woman who's good and you're good, then that's fine. But to completely say, because he does not have it now, do not date these dudes, that's stupid. And that was the point of his video.
Yeah.
Only a small section was the 30 and not trying to build anything.
Anybody else?
I feel like Cypher's is about to, like, lay the truth bomb or something.
That's
In a second.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh, boy.
That is exactly what's gonna happen. Here comes the truth. So, okay, so there's no one else. All right, number one. He's a black man in America.
Oh, boy.
That automatically contradicts everything he states. Every single thing he stands for living on this planet as a black man, he's absolutely wrong. Because in this country, especially in America, he could not have been even born or conceived if women did not support their men and nurture our broke asses. That's number one. Number two, economics. In this country, the country was created to make sure that the black man, not woman, man, does not rise. A black man is never given a fair shake. Never is a strong word. A black man is hardly given a fair shake unless he's of some use to the system. Or if he's not of use to the system, especially if your black ass is trying to build something to help lead your people. Woo! That's just not going to rock. We can't have black people trying to build communities strengthen us for equality and justice and stuff like that. That leads to blacklisting. Colin Kaepernick is a prime example. Man set, man can't get a job because he's looking for equality for us. Ain't that some shit? But he's set. Now, based on what this guy is saying, right? Because Colin Kaepernick already has the money, women should look into interest for him. But what if Colin Kaepernick didn't have money, but he took the very same stance he takes now? See the hypocrisy in that? So, the thing is here is that the guy has his entire point of view comes from money. Which is why I'm bringing up this entire thing. Because it is truly sad, and I mean truly sad, that this whole argument is based solely on that. Money. Women shouldn't do this or get with a man or do that unless the man's financially stable. But we live in a system where it doesn't make shit. It ain't even a black thing. It's actually just a man thing. Where men can't get to certain positions. So should women only seek men that are financially stable? If that's the case, then only the 1% will ever prevail. Of men anyway. 1% of the men will be able to date women. The rest won't. Because it's just not made for the majority of the men in the world are poor. That's the facts. For instance, let's take a look at my situation with my fiance, Sash. I could not be in this position of rebounding without her or my friends like Carl and KDZ and so forth. But mainly her. My men, our friends, they can help me. But they cannot help me to the level that a woman can help you. This is specifically for black men, because women are given better opportunities, black women specifically, over black men to succeed or get just more chances. For men, if we can play football or basketball or some type of sport, yasabas and serve as some type of form of entertainment, then yes. Not all of us, just the majority, which is all they actually need, the majority. And this is where I don't agree with the guy, because here I am, my mother's dead, father's sick, no place to live in New York. Well, in New York, you got no place to live. You're finished. Can't get a job. Can't do nothing. And in New York, like, this is things people don't even know. Let's say you have a woman, right, and she's pregnant, right? And you're the father of the child, you and the woman is married or whatever the case may be. Y'all are just in, your house burnt down, your mortgage foreclosed, every conceivable, possibly bad thing ever happened to you, and you go into a financial situation. You apply for, what's the word for this? In New York, they call it, my goodness, welfare. We'll just call it welfare. It's really public assistance, but you apply for welfare. Did you know that the men are not given any assistance? Only the woman, only the mother. And it's done that way on purpose. This is why in the hood, so many mothers have multiple children. The more children you have, the more the government gives you. So, mothers go around breeding for multiple men at that. And they get enough money to not only take care of the children, but get their weaves, their jewelry, their dress, and they get to go outside and do all this foolishness and whatever the case may be with men. Men, because they're men, have to, well, they have to figure it out for themselves. That's what the men have to go through. The men have to figure it out themselves. This is a bad idea. So, I just don't agree with this guy because Sash, her and her mother gave me a platform. I used to sleep in the back of gas stations in Jamaica. when Cyberbox closed down, I lost my job. So see, that did I have any power for that? Nope. Cyberbox closed down, job lost, couldn't pay the rent of where I was staying, had to leave. It was Sash who picked me off the street and convinced her mother, she was supposed to get married, that that I just need some type of stability and help. My mother had to go against her grandmother to try to prove the case. I did everything in my power to do what I was doing in video games and all this other stuff to show that it's not that I'm not doing something. I'm doing something. Besides, when she met me, when my stepmother met me, she met me under good conditions. She met me when I was working and I was making money in Jamaica. So it's not like I'm some bum, scrub, or loser who ain't doing anything with his life. You know, she met me under some pretty good circumstances. So she was like, you just caught a bad break and you need a foundation. So I moved in. Upon me moving in, I was able to lay down some type of backbone or some infrastructure for myself. And here I am now. But I could not have gotten here without the help of my women. And what this guy's preaching is some big old bullshit. This is what makes women now go, well, this guy said, what's his name, Brian Bolden? I don't need to be dating no scrubs. And then men start to turn away from women because when women only come to them looking for financial security, then a man simply says, wait a minute, let me get this straight. You're only with me because of what I can do for you. Now why do I need to commit to you exclusively when I'm the breadwinner? And this is what will make men go, I ain't got to give you shit. This is why superstars, rich black superstars, well, this is rich men, period, they are never faithful. Because why? Like, bitch, I don't need you. I can get whoever I want. And that's because the fundamental principles of them as being men is gone because of money, which is what this guy's pushing. Now, you guys, I don't know if you saw the video. Guy looks like a bodybuilder. Well, he's not a bodybuilder. He does construction. Yeah, he does.
No, he's definitely a bodybuilder. No, you don't get those games without being a bodybuilder.
All right.
Like those are advanced level games.
Well, he
You
did
see
say
his
he
forearm
was like
and
he
his
was in
bicep.
construction for like 17 years.
Yeah, but construction. I know plenty of people who work construction all their life. They are not as jacked as he is. He's clearly a bodybuilder.
I know a bunch of guys in construction. They're not that big.
Yeah, they're strong internally, but they don't look like what this guy looks like. He clearly has to go into the gym for that. And the thing
fair
is,
enough.
with him, it's about, that's what he says. I would never get married to a woman who isn't finance, who isn't built up or whatever, because he enjoys the single life. That's why he's built the way he's built. It's just about smashing. That's it for him. It's just about, yo, let me see which chick I can meet up with and bang her brains out. That's what that is about. He's trying to perpetrate the front. And it's guys like him that sets the wrong precedents. It's always these motherfuckers. Always trying to ice skate uphill. This shit is crazy.
Either way, I think his video, like I said, he's not 100% wrong. I just disagree with some of the points he made.
No, a person, both men and women, should look for someone that wants to help each other. But some circumstances can't be helped. If a broke man and a broke woman comes together, they can both help each other out of the situation. But to say, oh well, because the man is broke, that the woman should look for somebody else who isn't, that the guy himself, first of all, he makes a point that contradicts his own point. He just said, I'm a man, I'm doing well for myself, and I wouldn't want a broke woman. So what do you tell a broke man and a broke woman to do? You're telling the broke man to go find a way and make it on your own in order for you to get a woman. But the broke woman, like if the man finds a way to make it on his own and he meets a broke woman, he shouldn't be with the broke woman. So then, like not everyone can win the game of life and be ultra successful or even moderately successful. So what happens to those people? You know what happens to those people? They just have sex, which is what he does. That's it. It's a justification. Hey, listen, neither one of us is ready. We're not set financially. I don't see us getting together. So let's just have sex. That's it.
See, one of my friends just shared that video. The thing is, his opinion is someone who made it, and he's right to have that opinion. You know, he has a nice car, he's built, he's not ugly, so like he's good, right?
He doesn't have a right to that opinion. Fuck that guy. His opinion doesn't mean shit. His opinion is based. Let me tell you about men. You know what men are about. Men are some full of shit. We're full of shit. Come on, A-Train. We are. We're full of shit.
No, that's facts.
These are facts. Guys full of shit, right? We live in a world where there's an entire systematic racism. What is that? What type of shit do you tell? You know white men don't even think like that. No white man's gonna even think like that. White man's gonna be like, hey, look, she ain't gotta have it, but if I love her, I'll help her. If my man had stood on his principles and just said, listen, you girls need to find men even if you're broke, and a man is supposed to take care of you. Okay, then fine. I can see his unanimous stance as we are supposed to be the provider. But my man said, even as him being a provider, if a girl ain't got her shit together, he ain't stepping to her. So then what are you stepping to? You see the problem there? All right, so if she broke and you said you're not going to work with her? No. Then how do we move forward? How do we? What's his point? What's his argument? Can anyone tell me what his argument is? He says to the girl should not be fucking with no deadbeat broke niggas. Not that they gotta be gold diggers. But then he says, I'm a okay man. I'm settled out, blah, 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 blah. But I ain't fucking with no broke bitch. Okay. All right, wait, I'm confused here. So if you're not gonna help women who are not in a
Financially set
condition, and women shouldn't be helping any men that aren't in any financial set condition, then what happens to the majority of us? Because the majority of us are not in good financial positions. Like, is this guy aware that like middle class is shrinking and rich is 1%? It's the majority of the population in any society that is poor. Is he aware of that? So what is he preaching then?
Here's so now we're saying, I said everything I disagree. Here's the only thing I agree with him 100, because I think I've talked with a few people about this. If you are not doing anything in your life, like for example, I don't want to like throw my uncle under the bus, but I have an uncle who lives.
If you're a bum ass person who has no ambitions and aren't making an effort, but no one needs to mention that. That should be a duh. That's a duh. I don't want to be. When I'm with Sash, I told Sash, look, I may be attracted to you. I may like you. But if you're going to be one of these broke bum bitches with no ambition, and you're not going to at least, look, we do the Kevin Hart. I use this joke on her all the time. Help me. Nigga, help me. Help me. If you're not going to at least help me, step. But I don't have the money to help you. Money isn't the only way to help a person. And that's proven because she ain't got no money. And guess what? She helped build a foundation underneath me. And look what I'm doing with the foundation she built for me. Now, some people be like, you ain't no man. Your girl built a foundation for you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Wow.
No, that's actually, I already gave an example why that's stupid. Like my cousin is a living example. He was literally nothing. Now this man works $100,000 a year job. Both of them make over $100K a year. They live comfortably. They're living happy, and they're good. And why was that? Because it wasn't because of him. He always had the drive, but it wasn't because of him alone. It's because he met a woman that pushed him to go better. And where is he now? He's going better because he found the type of woman you should be with. Same. It should be the same for a woman to a man. If your man is not trying to build you up, then don't have to waste your time with it.
And guess what? Every night when he's blowing her back out, he's doing it with 100% love.
Wow.
Well, I do. Shit.
Because that's important, yo.
It's very important. She needs her organs to be shifted. If you're not shifting organs properly, then
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're a bum dude, then yes, I agree with that statement from him. But if it's a dude who's trying to make, who's actively trying to make a better life, and it can't be just, oh, I'm gonna do this, because anybody can say I'm gonna do this. If you can't say, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then show some progress through just doing this, it could be even the smallest things like, oh, I'm gonna run a company, and we're gonna get big. If you can't even file to get an LLC, then you're not doing anything. You can talk all day, but there has to be action.
And I 100% agree with that. I don't think a man should be dismissed because he's not financially set. Because you don't come into this world financially set.
Unless you do.
Because, like, huh?
Unless you do.
I said unless you do.
Well, this guy, he came into the world because his parents put down a foundation for him to be able to get something. So for him to say this is the hypocrisy. It just doesn't make any sense that he's mentioning this. This is dumb. And it's guys like that, and then you have some girls who listen to statements like what he's making, and it's just bad.
And it's funny because when you, like, I'm not going to say it's a bigger number, but when you look at the like, men are ambitious naturally, right? That, like, we're all born with drive to do something. Some people act on it. Some people are happy being at the bottom, right? But like any man who's born, there is ambition to it. That's instilled in our brain from the day we're born, that we have to be the breadwinner. We have to be this. That's why men are always naturally ambitious. But, well, I wouldn't say naturally. We are taught to be ambitious, right? But women, on the other hand, and I'm not saying all women because it's obviously not all women. It's probably not even the majority of women. But there's a lot of women who are like they're looking for a sugar daddy. They're looking for this, that. I'm like, no, you can't have a sugar daddy if you're not building it up.
Actually, I slightly disagree. Most women are naturally supportive to ambitious men. That chemistry right there of a supportive, nurturing woman to an ambitious man, usually, not all the time, because nothing's 100%, but usually leads to success. White women are not, they're notoriously known for being very supportive to ambitious men. Our women, unfortunately, that's not the case.
No, they're supportive to bums. That's what they are. Like, it's straight up, like, it's a straight up fact. Like, if you go to the project, and by the way, just because you live in the project doesn't mean you're trying to do shit, but you're just on hard times, right? Like, they'll date with dudes in the project whose days, like, they don't have money coming in besides from welfare, which, by the way, welfare is like a huge scam. I hate that shit. It steals your time constantly. Like, I've never been on welfare, I'm gonna be straight, but like, even little things like when we had to do food stamps and stuff, you're sitting there for 8 hours for them to have you sign like 2 papers and then you leave. Like, it's ridiculous how stupid that system is. You know how easy it would be? First day of mail, 1 day mail back. Bam, done. Papers filed.
Let me ask you a question. No, let me ask you guys a question about me. Did you guys know that I've never been on welfare? I'd rather sleep in the park and on the bus stations and shit on the trains. Never taken welfare. I am not in the system. And when I mean never, I'm not exaggerating. Never have I been on welfare. Ever.
Yeah, because welfare is designed to keep you cattle. It's supposed to, like, in an 8-hour day that you're in a welfare office, you could be doing something better. You could be trying to get a job. You can be doing all this.
I could have scrubbed the
but
toilet.
They have you sitting there for 8 hours.
I could have scrubbed the toilet for more money than I'm getting from welfare. Honestly.
And the only reason why people go on welfare, and it's true because I've met a few people, like, it's no, I wouldn't say the only, but a lot of people, that's why they're trying to shut down these programs, because it's a lot of lazy people who are like, oh, I'm getting some money. Oh, my rent's paid for. Okay, cool. I don't have to do anything anymore. The system got me.
That's exactly.
And that's the problem with welfare. That's why they try to shut down these programs, because there are people who abuse it to be lazy.
That's the main reason why I don't ever want to go on welfare. I believe that once I know that something is going to be financially taken care of for me, I will lose my ambition. And once I lose my ambition, I am no longer a man. And me being a man is more important than the motherfucking welfare. That's why I will never go on welfare. Never. I'd rather starve in the street. I'd rather go and take somebody's food from their plate than to be on welfare. We're a rap. On some straight gangster shit.
No, it's true. Like straight up, I despise welfare. And here's the thing, like, it sucks because there's people who genuinely use it, like, for good. Like, they do their stuff, they're down, they get help to pay shit,
No,
but they're trying to better their life by looking for a job or some shit, right?
So then despise the people who abuse it. Don't despise the actual program itself.
No, you despise the program because that's what.
Despise the people.
No,
who
I don't
abuse
despise
it.
the program. I despise the system because it's designed to keep you there.
Yeah,
People wouldn't use the program if it didn't exist.
exactly. Well, first of all, the program.
No shit. No, what the fuck? No shit.
Let him finish that. Wait, you just cut him off before you can even finish what he was gonna say, Sahil. 1 second.
I want to respond to Pauldron.
What the? Yo, I'm so mad. This power glove already came with a crack.
Let me
This
see.
guy is such a shit.
All right, so since Strifers is saying that, like, Sahil, here's the issue with the system. Like, I've been in one of these offices before for 8 hours. They have you sitting there doing nothing. If you're scared to leave because you don't want to miss your call, because if you missed your call, you wasted all those hours. You legit sitting there for 8 hours a day, waiting for someone to call your name to sign some shit. Like, it's designed to cattle up these people. That's why every time, like, it wasn't, well, I guess it was the welfare, because when we had to have food stamps. But whenever I was in that office, no, like, I'm keeping it real. Whenever we were in that office, we're sitting there. I'm sitting there, like, as, like, a kid, like, early teenager. I'm thinking, this is disgusting. Like, they design it, like, it could be so much easier, but they design it purposely, first, to use snail mail for everything. Second, there's no online portal. Third, have you ever tried calling into a government office? It's impossible to get in contact with someone. You're put through it's designed to waste your time and keep you there when you could be doing something better. And that's my issue with welfare. And honestly, if it went, it would hurt a lot of people, but a lot of people in this country would be like, oh shit, I can't just sit at my house and collect money. I gotta do some shit.
You have the scissors?
Okay, no, this is where I disagree with that mentality. Like, fine, yeah, it's meant to keep you there and stuff. But then what about the people who have to take welfare through no fault of their own, through circumstances that were out of their hands to begin with? There are plenty of people, I'm sure. Fine, yes, there are people who abuse welfare. Possibly even the majority of people in the U.S. will abuse welfare. But that doesn't mean that because of those idiots who are abusing welfare, the people who legitimately need it at the time should have to lose it.
All right,
I
let
disagree.
me jump in.
That's just my opinion on it, but
Let me jump in. Welfare is only for women. That sounds chauvinistic, but it isn't. I'll explain why. Women need welfare because women are the nurturers and they're supposed to take care of our children. A man doesn't need welfare because a man is supposed to have a certain level of ego and pride, not to mention ambition. When a man is starving, a man works hard. When a man knows that the food's coming, it's not that important. It really isn't. So let's say I have a wife. Or let's say me and Sasha fall on hard times, and she applies for welfare, and they give her food stamps, and they help pay the rent, right? A portion of the rent. That does not mean that my duty to provide is over. the welfare helps reduce a certain level of responsibility off of me. Meaning that, okay, the government's going to help make sure that my wife is taken care of and my children eat. I should not eat off welfare. As a man, you should be like, I'm not eating off of welfare. I'm going to go find something I could do. I have 2 hands, 2 legs, a mouth, ears, eyes, brain, and whatnot. I'm going to go find something, even if I have to begging money in the streets better than welfare. Because at least you're fucking making the physical effort of doing it. Welfare, you just sit down and you wait for a check to come. That's all it is. Welfare is supposed to be
so what about women who don't have a family or anything?
Women who don't have a family, they should not receive welfare either. What they getting welfare for?
You like the only reason people should get welfare is, well, first of all, welfare shouldn't last more than like a couple months anyway. But second,
If I can go on it, you can go on.
so here's why I say a couple months. First of all, it like, even if you're on hard time, let's say they give you 6 months welfare, that's 6 months to try to get a job, and even when you get a job, you have some financial backing so you could save up money and get yourself right. Like, there's no reason for people to be on welfare for years and years and years and years like people do in America.
No, I'm not. I never said that's justifiable. I'm saying for any immediate situation under certain circumstances, there are.
Yeah, but it's not an immediate situation. That's the problem with the system. It gets people to sit there for, like I said, years on this shit. There's no reason, even if you're having a hard time getting a job, it should not take you more than 6 months to get your job.
Well,
it shouldn't. You can get the lowest paying job.
A lot of people are on welfare also because they're like physically incapable or
yeah, that's different. There's a difference between
they're suffering from severe depression because of stuff they went through in the past to the point where they, for whatever reason, just cannot work in these low-end management factories and stuff. Like I know.
See, and that's fine. Like, I'm fine with that, Sahil. That's the thing. If it's because you cannot work, like you physically cannot because of whatever, whether it be a mental illness or a physical issue, that is different from perfectly.
PTSD or anything like that.
Yeah, whatever. All that.
Disability is different from welfare. Do not mix the two.
Yeah, they are different. Yeah, you're right, because it's different programs. But what I'm saying is that welfare is for people who can actually physically work and actually physically do things. And people who sit there for years don't do anything because they're getting a free check in the mail.
Okay, I think that's where disagreement came on, because because in Canada it all falls under one thing called EI, so that's why I guess it's separated in the US.
My father cannot work because he has muscular dystrophy. He has a pension and a disability check. It's not welfare.
Oh. In Canada, if he was to have that, he would just be under something called ODSP, and he would just be making like whatever his job was prior to his medical condition. He would just be making that wage, or like I think 90% of his regular wage.
No,
just funded from the government.
My father's job is the direct cause to his dystrophy. Because this is illness. So they had to give him a severance check because they can't use him, so they had to cut him off. Then they give him pension. Then on top of it, he's applicable for what's the word for this? Disability. So he mentioned up, pays rent, pays like indefinitely till he dies. This is paid through the taxpayers' money.
And that's another thing you guys got to keep in mind too. People pay for this welfare, and it was designed to get you over the hump. And people just live off of it, and that causes problems for the infrastructure. And that's why we're having this conversation.
That's why Social Security and all these things are under attack because of that.
I just want to say this. I do agree with you that yes, it's an inefficient use of taxpayer money. But the only thing that I'll have to say to that is that there are so many, and when I say so many, there are hundreds of different things that the government spends billions of dollars into, which are just straight up wastes of taxpayers' money, which end up wasting far more money than welfare. So I'm just
The
saying
abuse of-
you're right. You're right. It wastes a lot of taxpayer money, but it's not like if we're just looking at ways to
Well,
reduce
Sahil, it's
No, there's a difference.
It's the abuse of all of our systems that are supposed to be designed to help people that cause these problems and cause these extreme reactions from the left and the right. It's literally just because of the abuse, and like the government just lets people get away with it because they have no way to really manage it all. They're too busy spying on us through a webcam.
Like literally, look, there's a difference between them like spending taxpayer money to like fix some random hole in the street that doesn't necessarily need to be fixed or dumb shit like that, right? But there's another thing where your money is being wasted on people who are not trying to do anything. Like they're not following what the program is there for.
Right.
They're not doing what the program is meant to be done,
no,
and it's being
with you,
abused.
man.
So it's like that's why I understand why they attack these things, because they are getting abused to an extreme amount, especially in America.
No, I'm
Like-
I'm not disagreeing with that, Adrian. I'm just saying, and I don't have the numbers to back this up. I am kind of like going off conjecture here, but I think it's safe to assume that if we're just looking at inefficient uses of taxpayer money, there's probably like plenty of other things that are even way like significantly larger wastes of taxpayer
But this
money.
conversation isn't about that. This conversation is about that specific system, because we're talking about the video where the guy, where we're talking about where the guy was saying, because you don't got it now, you're basically a waste of time, and that the woman, a female or a man, should not waste their time.
His stance
With
on
you.
relationship economics is flawed,
Okay.
Big time.
and that's pretty much what we're going for here.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I just honestly think. If you're ambitious and you're proving that you're putting in work, then there should be no problem with dating someone like that.
Exactly.
Not everyone's gonna make it, right? Not everyone's gonna do it, but if they're putting in that work and you can see, oh, he has ambition, he has drive, he's a quote unquote driver, then that's something that's completely fine to be with. Not some like bum ass dude on welfare just sitting there collecting a check every 2 weeks. Like, oh, you want to go out to eat? Nah, I don't got enough welfare money for that. I can't go and buy hot food with welfare money. Like, it's stupid.
I'm gonna take the trash out. I'll be right back.
Okey-dokey.
But yeah, the system's stupid. I personally hate welfare. I think it's a horribly run system. I think it's too easily abusable, and even though there are people who use it properly to get off their feet, there's way too many people who don't, and it's bad.
They should convert welfare into some kind of thing where it's like a co-op program where you're getting paid, where essentially, okay, the government's like, okay, we'll give you this money, but we're forcing you to go into training for this job we're gonna assign you just so you have
The
some
thing is,
working
these programs
experience.
do that, but there's still dudes sitting at their house every year collecting these checks back
No,
to
but
back
then
to back.
but then they don't get any more checks if they don't actually get a job after.
There's ways around
the
it.
training they're done.
There's a reason these programs you shouldn't be on these programs for not even a year, but you should, like, let's say you go a year, it shouldn't be any more than a year.
Yeah. I see what you're
And there's
saying
people
about
who are
that.
on here multiple years on the program. Since they were kids, like people who were on kids, their parents on welfare, they grew up, they're on welfare. That's over 20 to 30 years of life just consistently funded by the government. That it shouldn't have been that way, because you could have made an effort to even if it was a small job, to help pay some of the bills off or whatever, and build up from there.
Okay.
Like, you're broke, you can go to college for basically free, especially if you're black in America. Like, there's no reason why you can't go to school, go to a trade school, almost completely free, and get a career. Even if you're not even if you're not an entrepreneur, there's no reason why you cannot take these programs and advance your life. And a lot of people on welfare don't, and that's why it's an issue. And those are the people that women shouldn't fuck with. But they will, because that's what happens. In the project, they fuck with these people, they have kids, and then the kids grow up to be exactly the same, and it's just a never-ending cycle of broke niggas. Yeah, I actually want to see what the YouTube chat said. No. Sahil's not going to get yelled at. The thing is that Sahil doesn't since he doesn't live in America, he doesn't know how our systems work. So he's asking questions more out of curiosity because he does not understand how the systems are here.
No. I mean, no. The systems aren't that different. It's just that at the very beginning, the main reason I was disagreeing is because you guys have a separate thing for disability and welfare, whereas even though it is kind of separate in Canada too, it's a little bit more consolidated with each other. It's kind of under one thing called EI, which spreads out, which is why I kind of assumed it was the same way.
Oh, well, if it works, like you go to the same building to get a disability check and welfare. I mean, it's kind of that.
Okay.
Because it's all state run or country run.
Yeah.
But welfare is a heavily flawed system, and I don't like it at all because it just wastes your time. Yeah, you get a small paycheck. Like, it sucks. Yeah, exactly, Sochi. Exactly. Like, there's too many people who abuse the system. They lie. Like, did you not see there was like a woman who got arrested like in the last couple years because she claimed that she had like 13 kids and she was getting mad bread from the government or some shit like that.
Wow.
And that's what she was living off. She was like when I say mad bread, I mean like good money, like not even like broke nigga money, like good money because she was cheating the system. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like 10K a month. That's how good money she was getting.
How was she doing that?
Because she was saying like some lying shit, like she had mad kids or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's basically, well, is it? I don't know. I was gonna compare to affirmative action, but like, I don't think that's the best comparison.
I just think like if they would just cut the time frame or like make it a hard stop where like if you're like sick, like, and again, if you're legally disabled, blah blah blah, you got checked by reputable doctors and all that, and they say you're disabled, you can't work. That's one thing. But if you're able-bodied and all you're doing at your house is chilling, and the only reason you're collecting a check is because you don't want to go to work, then that's not cool. Laziness. Is Cypher still here?
Yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Why don't you try first? Why don't you talk off your laptop so that way you don't have to share the mic with Pauldron?
Pauldron has us on speaker. If I turn on my mic, it's going to make a very
Echo.
Both mics will echo and make a huge reverberation. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we can hear him though. Yeah, women like I feel like, is Kat still here?
Yep.
No.
Like, I feel like Kat would not be someone who would be like I don't know. Kat said she'd agree with me, so I say like maybe he's not well off now, but like he tells you like, here's my plan for the future, which is actually something I use when I talk to females. I'm like I tell them straight up when we're like talking about ourselves, I'm like, I've had this, and this in the work. I'm doing this, and this, blah, 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 because ambition is probably the best pickup line you can have. So it's like women wouldn't waste time with someone who says, oh, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just sitting at home.
Well, that's assuming the woman's looking for a long-term relationship.
Yeah, but even short term.
I don't think they care.
No one's committing to, when you meet someone, no one's committing to anything long term. It should take a while before you're committing to long term. Why? Because you gotta know the person. Having fun, going on dates, blah blah blah, maybe even smashing, whatever. Yeah, you do that for like the first couple months. After a while, you're like, okay, I know how this person is. Do I want to do? Is this the type of person I want to build a foundation with? Okay, do I? Yes. Cool. What did he tell me to prove that my foundation's gonna be, that the foundation's gonna be strong in the future if he doesn't have it now? Oh, I've never once heard him say what his plans are to get out of the situation. He's eating McDonald's, but he's never once said, one of these days, you know, when I do this, this, and this, I'm gonna be able to take you out to what's that expensive steak spot in New York? It's
Oh, there's a bunch,
expensive
dude.
steak spot for the sake of the explanation.
Yeah, an expensive steak spot one day because I'll be able to afford it because of what I'm doing now. Like, if they're not able to do that, then you don't commit to a long-term relationship. They don't need it now, but they need to be showing, and they don't necessarily need it in the future, but they need to be showing that they are making attempts to put that there. And if attempts fail and you think you're wasting time, then whatever, move on. But if the attempt fails and you're like, all right, he's trying, maybe he's just not pulling the right thing, and you want to commit to that, that's fine too. Because money doesn't necessarily, like, I don't know. I have very specific views on what should be okay, and I think ambition with action, even if it's not necessarily working out, that should be fine, because you can build on ambition to build something. You can't build on laziness.
Yeah, you're right. There's absolutely no space to build on laziness.
Well, there are some people out there that, you know, say they have an ambition and, like, you know, prove they have an ambition or whatever, but then, like, after they fail or whatever, they quit, like, immediately, and then they all go into the sappy shit and don't want to try to get out of it, you know?
Well, then
That's why you don't.
then there's also people who have the ambition and the drive, but they don't have the means.
Yeah, like, not having the means is fine.
And I will admit, those are pretty rare situations where you absolutely have like what you want laid out in front of you and you're willing to work for it, but you still can't. But those situations do happen.
No, but see, what Kat's saying is true. Yeah, there's people. That's why you don't. That's why you don't commit your life to someone until you see it, because someone's gonna fail when they're ambition. If they're too scared to fail, or if they fail and they're like, let's give up right now, then it's a waste, because then you're like, oh, when something goes bad, they're gonna quit. You can't build on top of that.
Yeah.
What you need is ambition and people to be working towards it. Like, they fail. Like, this is like one of the best quotes I've ever heard. Well, I don't remember if it's a direct quote, but one of the things I hear a lot, especially like from a lot of people I watch and a lot of successful people I know, successful people fail way more than lazy people, or not lazy people, but non-successful people, because they constantly try. It's constantly try. And if you're not constantly trying, then you're never going to be successful, because you need to fail like once, twice, hundreds, thousands of times before you get it right. Nobody's a millionaire overnight, and no one's, well, some people are lucky to have one idea and become wealthy, but most people aren't, like, become a millionaire off their first idea. Also, fuck Windows 10. I've been updating my computer for like this whole time we're talking, and it's still not done.
I have a Canadian history test tomorrow, and my study notes are 10 pages long.
Holy shit.
Did I hear Cuphead?
You heard these nuts.
Got him.
Hand.
I
Wow.
mean, yeah, you caught it.
Yeah, thought so.
Yo, I'm so close to get the platinum trophy in Final Fantasy.
No one cares.
Damn.
Or you could just get online and just do multiplayer with me.
I don't have it.
Download it.
Red, you know what you should do? You should go on www.blogspot.com and then you can write, I got platinum today. Pretty good way to keep a diary.
Did I say I was getting a PS4 this Sunday? I plan on getting it this Sunday.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, I am very
Cat,
happy.
get the computer before the PlayStation.
Cat, she's not
PS4.
gonna get the computer for the PlayStation
Yeah.
because she
I
doesn't know how to
know
set her
she's
priorities
not gonna get it.
straight.
First.
I mean, if she wanted a
Cat?
smart thing, she would have got the PC first.
Oh,
Literally,
please.
it's all about
Monster
what you
Hunter is right around the corner, and I only got money for one or the other, so I'm
Also,
taking
you can't like I don't know. I don't like necessarily judging people on what they buy because it's like it's their money. Let them do what they want.
I know, but I'm telling you, the smarter thing to do is get a fucking computer.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you want to
but
live
just
stream
because
Monster
it's a
Hunter
smarter
Day One,
doesn't mean that's what she wants to do.
It doesn't matter what you want. What matters is what's the most useful to her.
No, because we've all told Hans to get a PC, but we're not gonna. We're gonna say, oh, you're stupid because you bought an Xbox One.
I'm
No,
not
you
gonna
buy
get a
what
PC.
you want to buy when you want to.
Like, of course
It's
I'm
your
gonna
money.
get one. It's just I'm taking my time with it. I can go at my own pace, chill.
At the pace
I'm
you're
doing-
going, there's gonna be a PS5 by the time you have the money for the for a
No,
PC. And then you're gonna be
no,
like,
no, no, no.
actually, you
No,
know what,
no,
guys?
no,
I think I'm gonna get the PS5.
I was
and then I
never
get a
no.
PC.
Oh,
The
damn.
only reason why I'm getting a PS4, like I said, is only for a couple of games. That's pretty much it. Like, I was never like a Sony person or any other game. I always played Nintendo games, and unfortunately, like, you know, the Monster Hunter series is moving back onto the PS4.
What I'm saying has nothing to do with Sony versus Nintendo.
Well, no, but like you're saying, like, oh, but, you know, she's gonna get a PS5 before like she gets a PC. Like that's bullshit. You know, I'm gonna get a PS4 before I get like. I'm sorry.
Man, get your
I'm
fucking
gonna get-
PS4. Don't
Yeah, just get your. Don't let like.
fuck with
Okay,
you.
but
that's one thing
you're
that I think
biased
has
as
to
fuck.
stop.
Okay.
No.
I'm not biased as
I
fuck.
agree
I
with
have every
Hans.
video game system out. I'm not biased.
And I agree with Hans.
Exactly,
It's like,
every
if someone
video
wants to
game
spend their money, let them spend their
but
money
how
on
you
what
I
they
can
want.
make
tell
your
her
wifey
that she's
for
that
a
good
week.
because she wants to get a
We can spend a
computer?
weekend in
God.
Japan.
Oh
If
my
she wants a
god,
PS4, let her get a PS4.
Yo, Phil's in here. Let's go.
If you want to get her, if she wants a computer so bad, then get her one. You're telling her what she should get.
I'm a broke boy.
Alright,
And if you're broke,
Well,
don't tell her how to
well,
spend her
well,
money.
Well,
I
to be
would
fair, I did go
gladly-
for a job interview today, so.
Yo, I am bumping this song over and over again. I don't know why.
What song?
I just put it in the community hall.
Let's see this.
Well, that should be some like weep shit.
Is it the
Hey,
Traps Are Gay video again?
No, it's not. And also, shut the fuck up. Not you, the other guy, but it's some quality shit. Who in here went to the event in bumfuck Whitetown?
I did.
no, you didn't, Adrian.
Okay. Were you there when I ordered the hot beef? No, you weren't there the first day.
No, I wasn't.
The hot beef.
The hot beef.
Nice. Yo, Phil, have you heard Big Shack Man's Not Hot?
Yes, you're talking about 2 + 2 = 4. -1 is 3.
Quick math. Man's can't be hot. She said, take off your jacket.
State of man.
I said, man's not hot.
I'm surprised you like that, but then you shit on every video game you can.
Wow, that's so true.
Because here's the thing, right?
We like the
Man's Not Hot was ironically good. The guy is a UK comedian who did it as a joke, and it blew
Yeah, I
up,
know that.
right? I shit on games because they try to legitimately be good, and when they fall flat on their face, I make fun of them for it.
By the way, that song's alright. KGZ.
Oh, it's alright. It's not weeb. It's okay.
No, it's not. It's not weeb. It's alright.
Thank you, sir. That's the only reason why I posted it to get your approval.
You're welcome. I try. You know how it is.
Okay, this game is nightmare fuel. What the?
Cuphead.
Yes, if you're tripping off some acid or something playing this shit.
Probably smoke some weed and do it.
I am. I want to get one of these things.
I can make your wifey for a week. We could spend a weekend in Japan. Well, I'd have been Japan to somewhere else, but still. People got too much of a hard-on for visiting Japan.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going.
I mean, out of all
There's
the
that
places in the
hard-on.
world, is that the place that you'd go if you just had the choice of going anywhere?
There's not really many places I would want to go.
Mine. If I go,
So-
I'm never coming back. So
I
What,
mean,
Japan? Facts.
their game prices are a lot cheaper than they are here.
Yeah,
See,
but
that's
their
the dumb
food,
reason
their
to
food
move
prices
anywhere
are a
for
lot
their
higher
games.
than over here.
That is very true, and I do love my food.
Cat,
find a way.
Hi.
fix your shit.
Wait, did you say hi like the Japanese? Yes, hi.
No, I
Or-
just said hi as in hello.
and
What do you
like,
want?
oh, okay. I was
No,
wondering if it was that.
You know
or if it
you're
was-
weeb,
if it
boy.
was like what level you're on, low, medium, high.
Cat, I literally lost connection.
She was like,
to you.
"Hi, Oblivion Kun."
Oh, that's what happened.
Hi.
Hi, Oblivion
Oh, man.
Kun. Did you just say that?
Konnichiwa.
That's what Kat said.
Oblivion Kun. Thank you,
Hi,
Deska.
Oblivion Kun.
Genkidos.
Cat, fix your shit.
It's fixed. What do you mean? Are you still
Yo,
disconnected?
no.
No, I'm on. It's just fix your shit.
Oh, well, it just happens. My Wi-Fi takes a shit every once in a while. I only got one bar.
No
Yeah, I don't know how to
shit,
fix
Cat.
that.
It's called get closer to your fucking router.
It says kick your Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna eventually when I get the time and I get the cash and maybe a better job, I'm gonna have like my own Wi-Fi router and shit.
How about instead of
Hey,
getting the PlayStation? Instead of getting
Huh?
the PlayStation,
Leave
you get a
her
better
alone
router.
with the PlayStation.
Oh,
The PlayStation is a good
please.
console. Holy shit. Just don't buy fighting games on it.
Yeah, and Persona's totally worth it.
Yeah, Persona's pretty dope.
I mean, if you really
As
want
well
to
as
play
Monster
Persona, you can
Hunter
just buy used PS3.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
Persona 5 is PS4 exclusive.
No, it's not, buddy.
Is it?
Why would you want
It's
to play
not.
the downgraded version?
The game was originally being developed for the PS3, so it's not that the PS3 is
I got a
downgraded
question.
version.
Do you have a PS4?
Nope.
That's why you're always shitting on PS4.
That's
No, I'm not. The
I noticed
PS4
that.
the
You
PS4 has
shit
plenty
on
of good
stuff that
games.
you don't have.
What do you mean? The PS4 has
Well,
plenty
he has
of
Breath
good
of the Wild,
games.
and he
And
definitely
he
hates
shits
that.
on it. But he
Yeah,
doesn't
because it's
play
a
it.
fucking trash game.
Right, but you're sitting there
Oh,
telling
no.
Kat how she should get a PS3, get this. You sent everything but for her to get a PS4, and you don't even got one, but you're knocking it. That don't even
I'm
make
not
sense.
knocking the PS4. I'm just
See-
saying a PC is more important than a PS4. But the
That's
PS4
more
is still
important
cheap.
to you.
Especially, hold on,
worry.
especially since Kat wants to do graphic design.
Yeah, get what you
The
want.
PC
I don't need to do that
is more
anytime
important than
soon.
the fucking PS4.
And
Hold
especially
up,
since
hold
a
up, hold up,
PC
hold
is
up,
basically
hold up,
just
hold up, hold
like an infinite emulation machine, so you have access to so many more games you can play on your YouTube channel.
Oh, whatever.
He'll be
Do
fine.
what
Let
you
her rock.
want,
Let her
because
get her
I'm
apparently-
PS4.
doing it. I
Y'all
know what
set a
I'm doing.
GoFundMe up
I
and
know
get
what
her a
I'm doing.
computer then. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. Set a GoFundMe up.
That's gonna be approximately $1,000 for the desktop and the tablet that I'm going for.
That's it? Damn.
Go fund me for
Well,
Cat. Go fund me
approximately.
for me to get a PC.
I'm about to put 2 bands on a PC in December. Like, ooh. Actually, maybe
so
4, because I have to
I
get
already
the
know what I'm
hardware in
doing.
order.
Yeah, you saw those
hold
limited edition Star Wars Titan XPs,
Oh no,
right?
the links are gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get them.
You're not gonna get them? Yo, they look
Hell no.
fucking sick though.
I'm gonna get a
Fucking
1080
sexy
Ti
as fuck.
and call it a day.
Dude,
1080
Listen.
Ti, Threadripper CPU,
listen,
SSD,
listen,
nothing but SSD
listen,
storage.
listen. The Jedi Green Titan XP is fucking godlike.
The red one's better.
Oh my god, it's
Debatable.
godlike. And he gets mad at Triforce for saying godlike, but it's
I
godlike.
never once got mad at Triforce for saying godlike.
That's
I just
what
said-
I
He
did.
just mentioned that he said it a
too
lot.
much.
All I did was point out that he says it in like every third sentence he speaks.
You say it right in every second.
Is that true?
You're right.
Triforce,
You're
you
right.
say
You're
every
right.
third
You're
sentence?
absolutely right.
You
Okay.
see, he's still
Right.
saying it.
I know.
Right.
I know. I'm not denying that.
Right,
Right?
There's nothing
Right.
bad about it. I just made an observation.
right,
White.
Right?
Oh, I said
Right.
white instead of right. Damn.
White rice?
right.
Cool, my mom's not coming home tonight. Perfect.
JP left.
You get to stay up
Yo,
late.
that means A-Train can have girls over. Holla.
Hey,
A-Train,
lit. Let me go on Backpage real quick. No, I'm joking.
A-Train,
Kill
get the strippers and the cocaine.
definitely kill yourself doing that.
Yeah, that's the shit
Yeah,
I'm
you
getting.
will.
That's the plan. That's the thing. That's my like dream like setup. Well,
You're
my
getting
dream plan
cocaine?
right now.
Then go
Strippers
for
Strippers and
that.
cocaine.
Strippers and cocaine. Yo,
You're
Cat, I
getting
didn't think you
cocaine?
swung that way.
No, the links in the chat. The nobility hall.
Oh, well,
Hold
you
up a
just kind
second.
of said
We
that
have
right
links
as
to
we were
strippers
talking
and
about
cocaine?
strippers and
Yeah,
You're right. My
we're
bad.
all on the
But
strippers and
I know
cocaine, and then you're over here.
y'all moved on. Y'all moved on. It's okay. I get it. It's okay. I get it. Don't
No,
worry.
you kind of just said it right when we were talking about strippers and
Ah.
cocaine.
Yo,
Oh, that's the great
realistically though,
setup
right?
right there.
Like,
Hold up, wait. Time. Cat, do not buy that PC.
Why not? Is it
The
bad? What's
FX
wrong with it?
series the FX series
no.
CPUs are like 2 generations behind. They're
No,
trash.
Cat, don't fucking tell me Cat's planning on buying a
But
pre-built PC.
They
He's
work
planning on
great.
buying
They
AMD
function
FX
great.
build based PC. Don't get that.
Okay.
Cat,
Is it,
don't
wait,
buy a
just
pre-built.
tell me it's not okay because it's just a couple of generations behind.
Yes, and the
No,
core
it's
clock
because
is
look
shit.
here. Let me tell you.
The core
Look,
clock
I
is
used to
shit.
have an AMD FX.
Wait, you're
Hold up,
talking
wait.
shit
Let me
about
speak.
the FX computer?
Yeah, it's
FX
fucking
is
shit, bro.
If you say otherwise, you're wrong. Because I had an
3.2
FX computer. That
Yeah,
shit's trash.
3.2 gigahertz in 2017 PogChamp, am I right?
No, it's not even that. Like its single thread performance is absolutely trash. Try running games that it should run. It doesn't run it well. It's trash. Don't buy an FX CPU.
I'll be back
But what if
momentarily.
like
As someone who owns an
And better yet, don't buy a fucking
One
pre-built.
second. But like, what if the only game on the PC that I'm trying to run is freaking what's it called? That game Pauldron plays, the MMO thing.
But Cat, you're buying it for a long.
Yeah, but you also got to remember
a PC is a long-term investment.
Play League of
I
Legends.
don't. I'm probably not gonna play League.
No one's
I mean,
gonna play
maybe.
League of Legends.
But we're playing.
No,
we're
it
gonna
has
have
nothing to do with
MOBA game
League of
on
Legends.
the-
Okay, when you buy a PC, it's a long-term
No, I'm just
investment.
talking. No,
You work
Stop
down
talking
your
over each other and sound like
Everyone's
ass.
cutting each other off. Hold up. Time.
Oh my
Let Cat
god.
talk.
Oh my god, indeed.
At the very worst, listen. At the very worst,
I'll be back momentarily. What do you want? do you want?
This is
No, it's
something.
literally-
Hey, stop. That's not yours.
This is
no, it's
something.
literally-
Hey, stop. That's not yours.
This is something.
Hey, stop. That's not yours.
This is something.
Our 24 pin slot, there is one USB 3 slot, there's one SATA slot. Everything is a different slot for everything, and only one type of cable or one type of slot fits one type of each other. So there's no way you're gonna mess up. First, second, yeah, we talked about previous PCs. Don't do that shit. Unless it's used. Third party.
Yeah, unless it's pre-built by someone else.
And yeah, unless it's used and you found a really good deal like Craigslist or something.
One type of another. Each other. I will suggest.
No, I'm talking like it's a
Warfare.
PC someone else built.
Yeah,
And then
that's
they're
what I meant.
selling
Like,
it.
no, I meant like a pre-owned PC from Craigslist.
But here's the thing. I emphasize on this thing. Don't buy off the Craigslist. Buy from someone you trust and you know. For example, a friend.
And don't buy an FX chip, for God's sake.
Third of all, you don't need expensive hardware to make things run. I have an FX 6300 with 16 gigs of RAM and an R9 270X on this thing. It runs Grand Theft Auto beautiful.
You're
You
just
see
throwing letters and numbers at
Yeah,
it.
you're throwing
you
letters
see,
and numbers,
Cat,
you wouldn't
what you
understand,
want,
but
Cat, what you want is a Intel Pentium from 2010. That's what you want. Okay?
What you want is to buy a good sandwich from Panera Bread.
This guy
Make sure there's not too many toppings on it because you want the bread
Yeah.
flavor to shine through.
No.
here, just don't buy anything with bridge. Buy any PC with a chip that has Lake in it. Don't buy any of the bridges. Don't buy
No. Here's the thing, right? I feel like Cat's okay. It's very likely that this PC that Cat's gonna buy and build is gonna be your PC for like minimum 4 years, right? So I think it would be a good idea for her to get one of the higher end chipsets for the motherboard, so that way she has expandability options open to her in the future.
Yeah, so don't get a KV Lake. Don't get a Skylake. Just call it a day. Skylake's gonna be good for a while.
No, that's a generation of CPUs. I'm talking about the chipset of the motherboard. I'm talking about the motherboard chipset. With all the slots and stuff.
Or you can buy Ryzen.
Yeah, Ryzen with like
Ryzen's not even that much cheaper though, dude.
But the multi-threaded.
It's $100 cheaper just alone on the CPU.
On the CPU, but the motherboards are the same price. The graphics cards are still astronomically expensive. Like
but
the money you save on the
the
CPU, you're
Ryzen is a platform that's going to be supported for 3 years minimum. Driver updates alone will probably get a sizable boost in performance throughout the years.
No, but I'm saying she doesn't need Ryzen. That's brand new. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need the issues that still come with it.
Listen, Cat's not the person who wants to buy something and then have to go back and open it up.
Exactly, and
in like
Ryzen
6
is
months.
still in that state.
No, it's
Ryzen
not.
is still in a state
No.
where people are having issues. They fixed a
No,
lot of
but
core
nobody's
issues.
getting. No, but what issues were happening with
What
Ryzen?
issues?
What are you
issues just
talking
came
about?
out
When
the first
Ryzen,
month.
hold up, time out.
The Ryzen
When
launch
Ryzen
was one of the
first came out,
smoothest launches that ever happened.
no, it didn't. No, it wasn't.
That was like
Ryzen
a
was
year
riddled
ago.
with issues. First of all, was the RAM. It couldn't read RAM past a certain RAM speed.
That was just a simple driver update that like was fixed in 2 days.
Yeah, they fixed that, but there's still issues. Like Ryzen's is still bleeding edge. It's still bleeding edge.
Not bleeding.
Wait,
I don't want
get
my
something
edges
that's
to be
proven.
bleeding. What the
Okay,
fuck?
okay.
Well,
listen,
it's
okay,
bleeding
okay.
edge
Here's the
if
thing.
you use the computer resources for technical stuff. If you just do
Yeah, but
it
she
for
wants-
gaming, it doesn't even matter.
It
Here's
does
the thing,
matter
right?
because
like,
if
for
you have
example,
issues and you have to Google forever to find the answer because no one else has had that issue.
You're building up too much excuses to use a new architecture because right now Ryzen architecture is fine.
Okay, here's the
Ryzen
thing.
is good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying because I'm building my PC off of Ryzen. I'm building it off Threadripper. But what I'm saying
Don't
is
build
that
it off Threadripper.
What are you?
When Triforce gets back, we'll talk about Justice League.
Now
What
let's
do you use the Red Ripper for?
Actually, wait. He is correct. He is God. Whether or not he rules over the trash or whatnot is not up to us. But he can spend his money however he wants. That is true. You can't tell him that he can't spend his money on a program or a hardware that you don't think is good.
Chunk of a shitty asshole.
Yeah, A-Train the type of guy to buy a 10 terabyte fucking.
Okay.
I already told you guys when I'm rich, I'm buying a 100-band Rolex. Like I'm not joking.
One second. Hey, 1 second, dude, guys. What about like can you like link me these things you're talking about? Because I want to look into it. But like I don't know what the fuck like I should buy. So
Go on Amazon and look up Skylake i5 4770K.
Adrian, before you even do that, Adrian, wait, Adrian, before you even do that, you have to explain to Kat each part she's buying. You have to explain that. Okay, so you're buying a power supply, you're buying RAM,
you're telling me to buy things to build a desktop, right?
Yeah, if you're gonna build it here, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go on PC Part Picker and call it a day. Let's make it easy.
What if I'm lazy as fuck and kind of don't want to build one?
Just
yeah,
listen to what
you also know if you want to stream, you kind of need a good computer.
Yeah, and also one more thing, right? A-Train saying, oh yeah, you can get like an Intel CPU that's like a generation or two behind, and while that is true, like fine, Cat could get a 6700K from Intel, right?
Or 4770K.
And here's the thing, Cat is not she's not fucking Cat's not overclocking anything, okay? So that's out of
Alright, so don't get a K processor.
So anyway, so if she gets a 6700 from Intel, it's like in a year and a half, her PC is gonna get to a point where she's going to feel like, okay, I feel like I need to like spend more money into my build to get something more out of this. And I'm assuming Cat just wants to be a one and done thing, or once it's done, until
but you know what? Here's the thing: you buy into the KB Lake motherboards. You can run Skylake CPUs on it, so you get a cheap KB Lake motherboard with the basic features because she's not overclocking.
But why?
And then you get a Skylake CPU, and then when you feel like your computer is slow, you put like a couple hundred into a KB Lake CPU.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. The only thing Intel has up on Ryzen right now, the only thing it has is single-threaded performance. But price and multi-threaded performance both go to Ryzen. So there's really no reason, especially
yeah, but all that stuff is going to waste to her. That's what I'm trying to make a point.
She's not. She's getting a PC so that way she can video edit it and get into graphic design and stuff. That's what multi-threaded performance is for.
Yes.
So how is it a waste to her?
But single core performance is more important for gaming, which is something else she wants to do.
Yes, but it is.
And if she's not overclocking.
Adrian, Kat, are you gonna get butthurt if you're going from 70 FPS to 68 FPS?
No.
Why the fuck she give a shit?
End of story.
No, but here's the thing: if she is not planning to overclock, which she won't, then why spend the money? Why buy a Ryzen CPU, which you would buy and overclock, because most of them are overclocked, if not all of them. I don't remember if they made all of them overclockable.
No, Ryzen doesn't fucking lock their overclocking like.
Yeah, so all of them are
Fighting Zero.
overclockable. It's a waste to get that CPU when you could get a good 4-core processor for dirt cheap, get a relatively new motherboard chipset, and be good.
Because
If
then
you
you're,
feel like it's going
you're
slow,
good now, but then you're not good in a year and a half. And also, again, the single-threaded performance is
okay. So like,
difference is
wouldn't
not
it
that
just be
big.
easier for me to pay one of y'all to make it for me then?
Zero. Okay,
Just-
Kat, give your
wait.
give your budget to Zero, and Zero will give you their build. Okay, he'll
I
split
can
the
he's
give
gonna
job.
give her a
like, I don't
freaking.
know.
Just okay. So what you guys need to do is when you guys are trying to figure out what's best for somebody who doesn't understand these things.
Yeah, I know. Throwing numbers is bad. I get it.
Like you guys are not only throwing numbers, you're throwing models. Like you're throwing things out there that like try to argue it like in a way where the person who's next to you will actually understand what you're talking about.
It's hard to do that with CPUs though, because they're all known by their generation and they're known by their SKU. So it's like, how am I supposed to explain? Oh, this is a 4-core, a 4-core, 4-thread, or 8-thread processor, and then this is a 4-core, 16-thread processor. Like that doesn't make any sense either.
Explain the result of why it's better, and not the fact that it's better because it has more threads.
Okay. No, I think we've been looking at this all wrong. I think we just need to buy Cat a quantum computer.
Oh yeah, the thing totally exists. Got it.
No, they have them. It's just they run on like
quantum
only
computers.
they only have like 130 bits on them. They do
Just
have
give me
them.
a few more months.
very
Just give me a few more
primitive,
months. Hold up. Just give me a few more months. I'll give you like my I don't know what I can what I can't afford, and then like we'll
Yeah,
we
okay.
can talk from there.
So yeah, well, once you have a price point, then we can tell you the pros and cons.
you have a
And then I'll tell you how to overclock your computer. It's gonna be great.
No.
She's gonna blow up her computer trying to overclock everything.
Yeah. Listen. She's like, let's say the CPU's at stock 3.6, and we're like, okay, Kat, you're gonna overclock it to 3.8. She's just come with 38. She's just come with fucking 38.
Damn these numbers. Oh yes, getting fucking hard.
I
over
mean,
these
that's a
numbers.
joke between us. That's a joke between us.
Yeah, that's a joke between us. It isn't meant for Kat. She's not. It wasn't meant for her to
Yeah,
understand.
Kat, you sit in the corner and wait till we're done.
Whatever.
Wait till we're ready to
doing this
talk.
whole entire fucking conversation.
No, like we're arguing all this for no reason.
Like
So
all this
silly.
nerdy shit, and I don't understand. Like I'm a nerd, and I don't even get it. Like what the fuck?
Oh
What
no,
are you talking
Cypher's is
about?
talking.
Oh no, it's the man that knows the least amount about computers in here.
I know, right?
Oh god, he's about to come in and tell us what's up.
I'm gonna give Kat the best advice there is.
If you say buy a laptop, I'm leaving this Discord forever.
All of this mumbo jumbo is irrelevant.
Oh god, it's from the 60s.
It's irrelevant.
Listen, look at what the standard rig is.
You
right?
said mumbo jumbo.
Get yourself what you need, not what you want. Everything else.
Kat doesn't know what she needs or wants, though.
And this doesn't work for computers.
That's exactly
That's why I offer help, because when she has a budget and I know what she want to do, because one thing is, oh, I just want to play an RTS game, but then she adds, I want to stream it as well. She needs something more powerful.
Yeah, you need something more powerful, which is why the FX
if you just want to play, matters is a single-threaded performance. But as soon as you add streaming, it all becomes about the multi-threaded performance. It's all
single core performance is still important because games need the single threads to be strong. It's only now that we're getting the technology to.
All right, we kind of cut off Triforce. Let Triforce finish. We kind of cut him off.
No. It's okay. I was just saying, get her what she needs, not what people want. See, one of the biggest things that I've learned, that I've heard people do all the time, when someone's getting into gaming and whatever, and people don't take into consideration A, what a person's budget is, B, what is realistic for the person to manage. This is what they do. Automatically, psychologically, in their head, a what if situation comes up. If I was a person and I had this amount of money, and like the money doesn't even come up, they already spring the money in their head. This is what I would get. And then they push what they want on the person. Kat may not even need any of that shit. You know how much people was telling me, Triforce, how much you getting? The community, Nintendo community gave me about $3,600. Yo, you know what you need? You need an IT6 processor, Terminator 3100. I'm like, let me just
Damn,
get
that
a.
must be a new SKU.
Well,
Terminator 100.
Wait. I just want to point out that you just got what you felt like you needed, and now you're like running out of space on your hard drive. So you should probably plan a little better for the future.
And also, he needs to have an
You're both wrong.
he
You're
needs,
both
he needs
wrong.
a fan
You're
from the
both.
80s to blow
You're
on his laptop
both.
so it doesn't fucking
You are both absolutely incorrect. You're both absolutely incorrect. Terabyte hard drive. I needed to get the lens, the mic, and all of these extra accessories. Not only that, but also I had to get the bag and then buy the Switch and the games. So I didn't even buy any of these things. I'm not the one who said, get me this, get me that. C&D says, what do you want, Triforce? I said, I need a working computer. I want to vlog and be able to do what you are doing. I never had any intentions on streaming. Streaming came afterwards. So when you say what you say, Phil, you are incorrect. Number two,
we're gonna do this one at a time before you give me 20 points in the course of an hour, and then I can't remember the shit you just said. So the first point, I wasn't talking about streaming at all. The reason why your computer's filled with shit is because you have a very small hard drive. You don't have the terabyte you were talking about. I looked at your computer and I looked at your hard drive. You have 1/4 of the space that you were talking about.
No,
so you were talking about having a terabyte drive, and I was like, I was like, how the fuck did you fill up a terabyte drive?
No. Wait, hold on. First of all, sitting right here, can you turn on your camera, Pauldron, for a second? Because I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. I have an external terabyte.
External hard drive.
That's what I have on the side, on top of the laptop I had. The laptop that comes with 2 terabytes of this, which touchscreen 4K, whatever, was $2,800. But if I had done that, I could not get the DSLR camera.
Yes, no. Well, okay, wait. Allow me to continue my point.
Okay.
The point I'm making is that streaming has nothing to do with why your space is filled. 2, you decided to you have a Razer laptop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you decided to get a Razer laptop. They add 1,000 to stamp their name on it.
Yep.
There are many places and many ways you could have gotten a laptop, but you went for the convenient option.
See, listen to what you said. I went for the convenient option.
Whoever you decided to go through that wasn't the people that you could trust to know about technology went for the convenient option.
Okay. You have to understand the circumstance. There was no way for me to raise that $2,600 in which then he put the last $1,000 on. If I had done at that time, anyway, if I had done at that time the fundraiser, I would have never gotten it. It was C&D who put the fundraiser together, and it was going through his bank account. In fact, Blaquepauldron and Robin was on the line when I was arguing with him on what I should get. Guess who I wanted to call to get me the shit? I wanted to call Jaxel and ask Jaxel, what's the best thing I could get? But see, because it was going through C&D, because he was doing me the favor, beggars cannot be choosers.
You cannot say that line because you have I've definitely said this to you, beggars can't be choosers, and you're like, no, that's not true.
No, that's not Phil.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No. When you say Triforce eat this because beggars can't be chooser, I go fuck no. No one's gonna force me to digest something. There's a difference between.
But it's okay to be forced to buy an extra $1,000 worth of hardware.
No, Phil, you cannot do that. You cannot make food. You cannot make food and computers or what? Because it's really, in a sense, kind of a luxury. I don't need the computer to survive. I was making vlogs on a Nintendo line with Colonel Troutman, an old ass dead 12-year-old computer, so I didn't need it to survive. But if you're offering me
you do need computers to survive since it's your source of income, dummy. Come on, what are you talking about?
Phil, I was making money online with Criminal Troutman.
Phil, just drop it.
In fact, on top of that, C&D paid me $1,000 to come to New York. and Colonel Troutman did all my video work for the last 12 years. Our entire YouTube up till this year is filled. The shit that Hulu is asking me for, in which they want to pay me, is based on work that dumbass, dead-ass computer did for me, which is why when people say, yo, Triforce, when you get the new Razer laptop, bash Colonel Troutman with a hammer and video log. And I was like, no. Because that shitty ass computer got me through a lot of shit. In fact, that shitty ass computer kept me alive with a lot of other friends who helped me. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's like, let's say I'm allergic to beets, which I don't like. And someone says, well, guess what? You either eat beets or not. I'm going to simply say, then I will starve. Because I'm not going to let someone force me to eat something that's actually fucking rude and inconsiderate, which a lot of people do. Well, it's my money, so you're going to eat what I tell you to eat. My mother used to do that shit to me, which we end up getting into a fight about over some stupid shit. I cook the beets, you're going to eat it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I threw the beets on the floor.
Were you allergic to beets, or were you just being a shitty kid?
Okay.
No, I just don't fucking eat what people fucking tell me to.
Okay, but you don't throwing it on the floor.
No. I don't like it. Period. And you're not gonna force me. I would never force. I would never force my child to like something he or she does not like. It is
if your fucking kid only likes candy.
No, that Phil, now you're being extreme.
You were being extreme. You just talked about beets and being allergic to them.
Because
no,
because I have a
you can't be one-sided about this.
No, I'm not being. You motherfucker, shut the fuck up in here. I have a phobia to beets, and I don't like it. And I don't give a fuck if it's God trying to force me to eat the fucking beets. I'm not gonna eat it.
What God?
It doesn't matter. If someone tried to put a gun to my head to eat beets, I'll kill the person because I have an issue. I have an issue against beets. Most people have a specific phobia.
You can't just lie, though. You can't say if somebody had a gun to your head. If somebody had you tied up and a gun to your head and said, "Eat these beets," you'd kill them. You just teleport out and fucking.
Because I'm gonna fight them.
Oh, what if you don't have a choice to fight them? What if you? What if it's they have a gun to the head of your mother, your wife, everyone you know?
I think you see how you make your hypothetical situations.
Right? You just did. You just did. I only make hypotheticals after you do.
Because I'm going to not eat the beets and kill them. And if my wife dies in the accident, that's her problem.
Oh my God.
The same way you make a hypothetical situation is the same point I'm making. This whole thing is. Why does someone have me on speaker? I'm reverberating.
No.
The point I'm trying to make is this. The point that I'm trying to make is this: is a person forcing me to eat food because they have the money versus a person who's fundraising me something to buy me a computer is two different things. I am not going to sit there and tell C&D why the money is in his bank account, what he should and should not buy me. Because he could just say, okay, fuck you, I'm not buying it. Done.
This is the crazy part about this. The reason why I can't understand where you're coming from, is because one is one meal for that you'd suffer through for literally a minute or two, and the other one is something you're going to have to keep for 4 years. One, you're not afraid of offending anybody. You say, fuck you, I don't give a shit. I'll let everybody die to not taste this thing for 2 minutes and feel bad for 5 minutes. And the other one is something that's going to be in your life for 4 years, and you're like, I don't care.
Okay, now so let's look at the opposite side of the coin. One, it's a principle thing. A person goes, are you hungry? Yes. Would you like something to eat? Yes. Here, I'm going to give you that. I don't like that food. Okay, fuck you. Okay, I just don't eat it. That's a difference. have no problem on it. It's a difference when I say, well, I'm buying you this and you're gonna eat it. I'm gonna be like, and who's gonna fucking make me? I end friendships over stupid shit like that. Were you gonna force me to eat it? It's
You're
just
right. It is stupid shit.
No, no. The problem
you don't understand it's stupid shit.
No,
you understand it's stupid shit on like a core level.
No, the problem here is that there are people who have done shit like that to me, and it's an ego thing because they have it and I don't, and I'm the beggar. What they do now is gonna be like, well, since I'm the one giving,
You're going to take what I give you or else. It's like the guy Elliott Smith, right? Who hey, listen, I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z at the International Video Game Hall of Fame. And, you know, earlier in the year, you hit me up and you like wanted us to promote your cars, right? I'll promote your car. I promoted it earlier in the year, and we're looking for a sponsor because we need a van to go to the trip. He has the money. So you know what he does when he has the money? All right, I'm going to give you an XYZ amount of investment. I just got to talk to my people and I get back to you. But because I'm the beggar, he gets back to me when he wants to, which he doesn't. I call him, hey, I'm going to get back to you tomorrow. Call me at this time. I call him again. Call me at this time. I call him again. Call me at this time. I call him again. Call me at this time. And I keep doing it over and over. And you know why he can do it? Because it's his money and I'm begging and he has no consideration. He doesn't give a shit. And that's how the world runs. And people think that's funny and shit like that should rock. I don't. So you know what I did? Carl was like, Triforce, just call him again. I was like, no, I'm not going to call him again. The guy knows he has it. And because I'm the beggar, to him, it's just well, I'm going to use this against this guy. So I'm going to keep having him call me. He has no intentions of giving me. It's just like a person starving in the street and a person goes,
do you wanna ride in my blimp? Girl, do you wanna ride in my blimp? See the night sky in my blimp. Girl, do you wanna ride in my blimp? Do you wanna dine in my blimp? Girl, do you wanna dine in my blimp? Red wine and some shrimp. Girl, do you wanna dine in my blimp? Do you wanna love in my blimp? Girl, do you wanna love bank account. I'm too scared to check my bank account. I don't afford to check my bank account. I'm too scared to check my bank account. Check it, check it.
government knows when you masturbate. The government knows when you masturbate. The government knows when you feel alone and it's getting late and you're sitting at home, looking straight through your webcam, looking at you as Uncle Sam. Look him in the eyes with your balls in your hand and stick it to the fucking man. Stare at the screen when you unpack. The government is staring back. This is how they know you best, with a dick in your right and a mouse in your left. No more interest in the Middle East, so they look at you while you touch your meat. In the middle of a truce, they put the equipment to the use. drugs and spice, computer hacks. Tax has gone through the roof. At least it's put to good use. The government knows. The government knows. The government knows when you masturbate. The government knows when you're whacking it. The government knows when you feel alone and it's getting late and you're sitting at home. They fill the sky full of drones to check on you and your bone. Size don't matter to the CIA. They can see your dick from outer space. The government knows when you masturbate. The government knows when you masturbate. The government knows when you feel alone and it's getting late and you're sitting at home, looking straight through your webcam, looking at you as Uncle Sam. Look him in the eyes with your balls in your hand and stick it to the man. In the zone, weird look on your face. This is how you're stored in their database. They're all around, they're all no win. The only dick they haven't seen is Edward Snowden's. Masturbate.
go. take it without it for much more time. But where is it? You've been looking everywhere. It isn't anywhere. Thoughts back on your furthest shelf. And you wonder, how can you complete this life? It's cutting like a knife. It's so easy for you to keep sitting, but it's hard for me to sit. You gotta understand, I got bigger plans. I can't be still. Is there a party in your You think the party's new? No, there is no party. It's no party. You just gotta work. Keep working. Hard work. There is no party. You think it's a party? It's hard work. Keep work. You gotta work. I never stop on working. Just gotta work. It's no party. It's hard work. But it's easy for you. It's easy for you. It's so easy for you. It's so easy for you, but it's hard for me. It's so easy for you to do nothing, but that's hard for me. I'm staying up all night until I reach the light, until the sun comes up. Oh, look into my eyes, behind that cheap disguise. You can't even try, but you can criticize. Something from my heart for you to pick apart. Don't think that I need you. All of this is just for me, 'cause it's hard for me. It's hard work. It's hard work. It's not a party. It's hard work. There's just no party. I don't see the party. It's just hard work. I never stop. I'm working. I'm working. I'm working. Working. I never stop. Hard for me, but it's easy for you. It's so easy for you. It's so easy for you. It's so easy for you, but it's hard for me. Just cry your fears into my shoulder. No time to dance as the days burn. Sit down with me and watch the world turn. I think you will learn. If you need me, you'll believe me. Don't start to cry, it's far from over. Look at who I am, I'm coming closer. Look on your face does explain. The big disguise, joy is painful. I just hope that if you need me, I took my head for its midnight walk. Do you wanna ride in my blimp, girl? Do you wanna ride in my blimp? See the night sky in my blimp, girl. Do you wanna ride in my blimp? Do you wanna dine in my blimp, girl? Do you wanna dine in my blimp? Red wine and some shrimp, girl. Do you wanna dine in my blimp? Do you wanna love in my blimp, girl? Do you wanna love in my blimp? I own an entire fucking blimp, girl. So do you wanna ride in my blimp? Bank account. I'm too scared to check my bank account. I check my bank account. I'm too scared to check my bank account. Check it, check it.
I'm gonna be honest. I've listened to this. Okay? We haven't had this discussion that go on for more than 10 years.
Yeah, you're getting pissy about it.
I'm just.
You're like, man, what's Triforce? He needs to come back and get on Discord.
Let me see.
No, that's
Jamaican mother beats child with cutlass. There it is. Oh wow. So, it on YouTube. Oh, here it is. Found it. Yep.
When you said beats, I was triggered.
Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Now, this. I'm telling y'all, when you watch this, you're gonna get triggered. See, Phil is gonna get triggered by this. This is Jamaica shit. Click that and watch that. In fact,
why is she naked?
Don't worry about that. But this, they needed the. That's a cutlass. She's skilled because she didn't chop her daughter. Now, if I was a daughter, that is a dead mother. She's dead right there. I'm killing her because I'm preserving my life. And that's the type of shit.
That's this talent level.
Yeah, exactly. She's not skilled. She didn't cut her daughter at all. She beat her with the flat part of the cutlass. She's in prison.
Cutlass. That shit looks like a butcher's knife.
Yeah, no, it looks like a machete.
It is. Well, in Jamaica, machetes are cutlass. That's what we call it.
Oh, okay, no.
I was thinking like a ship captain's cutlass, like
yeah. But this is every single time you reference a cutlass, I thought he meant like some kind of like 16th century rapier or some I thought like how
I imagine exactly that.
Walking
I
around.
just need to know why the fuck is she naked in the street. That's the only thing that's disturbing.
Yeah, like Jamaican people just walk around without shirts.
No, they're in a poor. I don't even know which town they're on. Let me go to find out which part of the.
I hope it's Spanish.
No, that's not Spanish. That's a poor place. Yeah, definitely. See, look at this. Look at this. See, and my thing is, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what that girl did. I don't care what she did. That like that. See, that's the type of shit right there. Nah, you just got to. Oh, that's your mom's. That's your mom. You about to be dead. That's what that is. You better hurt that bitch. That bitch is crazy.
I agree with you.
And you know what the sad part about it is? That's light work. It's actually worse. Shit, put that down right there. You don't play one or play a two side. No, don't put it. Okay. And when you get a blue.
He's gonna play a three side.
Wait. I don't think you should have done that. Because then look, see the blue is a dam and then they blocked you off. See this oh, sorry about that. Anyway, but like I was saying, it's like that type of shit is that's nothing, man. It's worth it. I like, all right, so this guy, I guess there's a video where this guy is punching and kicking this girl in the face and he's beating the living shit out of this woman. And I'm like, even if the woman cheated on you, like, damn. This is why I don't believe in like the beating for children. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I really don't. I think you could talk people into being good. But that's just me. So me personally, I would never beat my child. I may slap my child, but like give them a beating with it and listen to them crying. I don't know.
Here's the thing, right? Try first. You definitely should resort to like explain to them what they did wrong first. But if you refuse to, instead of physical discipline, psychological discipline.
Oh, it's always
taking away what they like their fucking Super Nintendo or whatever.
No, I don't even do that. Okay, please give me I'll put my I guess he would be my stepbrother, I guess. No, if he's Sasha's brother, and I married her. Brother-in-law. That's right, my brother-in-law. Okay, so he has a phobia, right? He has a phobia of being locked in the bathroom. It's stupid. I was laughing at him when that shit happened. Close the door and he opened the door. I'm like, what are you doing? Close the door. I'm using the bathroom. He's like, no, I don't want to be locked in there. I'm like, just open the door. I'm like, what? No, like it. So and he's crying on the other side. He's 9 years old. I'm like, what the fuck? You're in there crying. I'm like, he's going crazy. So I'm like, yeah, it happened. First of all, he's being a little bitch. That's what he's doing. So like, I'm like, he's supposed to be a boy. Come on, man. The guy was acting like he was dying, like Al Qaeda was gonna kill his family. Like I'm like, man, you're just in the bathroom. Calm down. So anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this, right?
He's just a boy.
He's just a boy.
No, we're not gonna use that. No, we just don't use it. So in any event, in any event, he was crap. You ruined what I was trying. what I was trying to do. So like for me, like I would never, because I know he has that phobia, like of being locked in. Me, when he does something wrong that's like that requires beating, I would just lock. Actually, I do this to the little baby. Right, when a little bit, he sticks his tongue out now. Right, he's sticking his tongue out. I'm like, don't stick your tongue out at me. Right, I want to pluck him in his face, but that's not my child, so I'm not gonna pluck him as a child in the face. And the baby would do that, and I'm like, you're being rude. So I'll put the baby inside his mother's room, and then I'm like, you stay in here now. And then I'm like, because you're rude, he'll come out eventually, or whatever the case may be. And he's like, you know, for whatever reason, and I'm like, go back in the room, and he's crying because he wants to come out of the room, and I'm like, no, you're bad. You go in the room. Time out, and he's trying to come out of the room. So I was like, if you come out the room one more time, I know he can't really understand the words I'm saying, so I try to show action, right, with what I'm saying. So I'll pull the door halfway, and he'll start crying, and then I'll open the door. So I'm like, stay in here, so to let him know, if you come out, I'm gonna lock the door, and you're gonna be locked in here. And after a while, like 5 minutes, he'll feel like his punishment's over and he'll try to come out. So I'll put him back in the room and then I'll lock the door and he starts crying. And he cries and then I let him cry for like 2 or 3 minutes and I come and I open the door and I was pointing at him, wave my finger at him, right? After I wave my finger at him, then I open the door and I leave it. And then I'll see him repeat back in the living room, in the bedroom, coming at me, and I'll just point at him and he runs back in the room. These are the psychological ways to communicate with children, which discipline them. You don't need to beat them. The problem is parents don't want to take the motherfucking time to raise their children. And that's what my mother, she didn't have the time to raise me. My mother was on, you're going to do what I say because I'm God in this house or else. And I'm like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Because I want to teach my children, son and daughter, ain't nobody God over you. And if you got to die to make that, you straight down on Nat Turner shit. That my bloodline gotta come from Nat Turner. Ain't no bitch niggas here. We is not being enslaved by nobody. And The Rock means no one. Mother, father, sister, brother, God, nobody. Because you just don't let that shit rock. Like, come on, man. What are you doing?
Preference. Can I ask you a question about that? Like, this isn't like saying like, oh, you're wrong or anything, but just for clarification, right? So if when you were younger, right, if any situation happened that led your mother like saying something that was like threatening your life, like, oh, try for something to kill you, you can see that as a threat, or
no. Dumb child, I was a nerd. I was a good child. I never, I was always, see, some people are gonna be like, no, you're lying, you're bad child. Like, I was a nerd of it. I just wanted to play my game, do my homework, watch my G.I. Joes and Transformers and He-Man. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't care about nothing else. I didn't care about hanging out with hoes, getting sneakers, smoking weed. I didn't care about none of that. I was the average nerd. If you just gave me my video game, I was good, which is what my father did, because he used to be out to work, and my father couldn't spend the time of always being home. So, like, I'm a brother older than me, but my father always left me in charge. Son, you're always a good one. I need you to be the leader while I'm gone. Like, there's times when my father, well, we came to the country for the war, so, you know, my dad can't be there. So my father needed us. You guys were like, you were like 7 and shit. And my dad was like, you guys have to be men because it's hard for me to raise you by myself. Because my mom walked out on my dad and left me and my 2 other brothers with my father, and just left and went back to Jamaica, remarried and whatever. My 2 brothers had to sleep in a car with my dad. Like, we lived in a car for several years. My father got caught on firearm possession. Some guy tried to discipline us. My dad was seeing another woman. She had another guy on the side. And this guy tried to discipline us. My dad had to go get the burner, and cops came and caught him. And before they were coming to arrest him, he got his friend Glenn to take us out of the country and fly us back to Jamaica before they arrested him, right? Because if they had arrested him and we were in America, we would go to foster home. So he flew us back to Jamaica. That's when I got chased down by blindfold and we got the worst kind of injuries by my dad wasn't there. I'm not going to talk about what happens when my dad got a prison ticket in Jamaica, but let's just say my dad cannot never go back to Jamaica. There's a reason for that. So yeah, in any event, that get that. Oh, sorry about that. Should for me, if I did something bad and my mother beat me, I didn't put up with resistance. I had that principle in me. Do something wrong, pay the price for it. That's why I'm the way I am. If I do something, you're gonna get crushed, Carl. I can't believe you didn't see that. So in any event, but yeah, so for like if I do something wrong, many of times I'm sure you guys see it. Do something wrong, I pay the price. It's like this whole situation with like this whole trip that we're going on. Phil says this was a waste of money. I should have never taken this many people. This put me in a situation. In hindsight, when you look at it, I know what I needed it for, but I kind of agree with Phil to a certain degree because we as a team did not work together to kind of make this happen. Carl had to pull out a loan, and it was just an unnecessary burden on the team, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. But what's done is done. Guess what I gotta have to do? I'm gonna have to go back on, I'm gonna have to create content, and I have to raise that money. I'm gonna have to, pull that, that's Robotnik? What the hell? So this is some new Sonic. This is not like...
Is Sergeant playing Sonic?
No, he's playing Mania. Yeah, because he says Sahil, if you point him, you would know what he's playing. Scumbag. That's what he said. I'm just repeating what he said. But yeah, but it is unfortunate. Like I'm just glad that my dad. That's why I love my dad so much. You know, people go, "Oh, you're supposed to love your parents equally." There's no such thing as fucking equality. This is such bullshit. I love my dad more because my father was far more tolerant and paid more attention to me. That doesn't mean I don't love my mother, as she's done some shit to us. And you did. If Phil thinks I'm bad, woo! Gotta see my younger brother Aaron. He's crazy. At the funeral, my man's talking shit about mom. At the wake, I'm like, alright, you're wildin'. I'm like, okay, yeah, boo-hoo. Mom didn't give you a lot of attention, but you sound like a bitch on the podium talking about. She wasn't the greatest mother, but I'm not gonna sit here and say she's evil. But she never really paid attention to me. I was like, oh no, here we go, meltdown. I'm like, you don't, like, she's dead. You ever heard that line? Never speak ill of the dead? So I'm like, okay, she's dead. Like, come on. But like, so Phil thinks I'm bad. Shit, he probably murdered my brother. He'd probably just kill him straight outright. Like, you motherfucker, and stab him with a spoon in his chest or some shit like that. But
well, your brother was dissing your mom at your funeral?
Yeah.
You know, he was on some what's the movie?
He's being a bitch. He's just being a bitch. And I didn't get along with. Come on, like, she's dead. What the hell? What the hell? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and slander her. She's dead. Okay, she's dead. Rest in peace. Hangover 3.
Yeah, when the fat guy he gets his dad killed, and while at the podium, he's saying like some crazy shit. Like he's saying, they always say I'm the favorite son, and then he talks shit on his dad. On some stuff, and he makes his parents cry, or he makes his mom cry because he says some shit.
See, that right there is just out of place. Like, you don't do that. Like, and see, that's the type of person I am. Like, I'm not. People have me figured out as some fucking little narcissistic bad guy. When people, I just think people just don't understand me. I'm just misunderstood. Like, I'm not a bad guy. Deep down, that's like, I'm not even saying deep down, because that means like, okay, on the exterior I'm evil, but deep down I'm good. No, I'm just a good guy. I'm not a bad guy at all. I don't like the concept of bad guys. I read, Carl, that you're annoying. watch you ever been a backseat player? Watch someone play a game and you're like, what the f are you doing? You just get tight because like.
Yeah, I know the kind of game.
Yeah, but.
You can just tell Pauldron knows what he's doing from the 29 lives he has.
How many lives? Oh shit! Is this I didn't notice that.
Oh shit! It's a revelation.
See, now let me ask Phil a question. Phil, he is 30, man. Phil, you there? Bone Daddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's my question. It says Bone Daddy. Here's my question to you. Oh my God, that's what you get for going back up there. You see this video? If you were walking in the vicinity and you saw this woman beating her daughter with that machete, what would you do?
What do you think?
I think you would murder this bitch. She'd get killed.
I wouldn't murder her, but I'd sure as hell stop her. I might die in the process, but...
See, and that's the difference between me and you. I am not dying. This bitch is not cutting me. I'm gonna murder this bitch. This bitch is dying. Straight out of here. Like, I'm not gonna... Look, I'm not gonna help the daughter at my expense of my life. I want my life. If someone's gonna die, it's gonna be her, not me. All right, Big Bone. No. Ew, that is disgusting. Your taste sucks dick.
Wait.
Oh my God, Big Bone, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, B? Like, for real. What?
What I don't understand is if you live in such a poor area in Jamaica, how do you eat enough food to get that fat?
That has nothing to
because
do
unnutritious food is cheaper than nutritious food a lot of times.
Well, he's right about that, but then at the same time, like, you have to keep in mind that the people that live in the country, which is where most of these atrocities happen, because it's not civilized or policed, because of, they live in a country, they live in zinc fence and stuff like that, and I know where they live. They eat more vegetation. The food is plenty. They're just living in impoverished conditions. But don't misunderstand that there's no food there. There's food in Jamaica. There's a lot of food in Jamaica. That, and then, there's for those who have the excess of black the whole, what's the name of the thing here? What is it? The fast food and the unnutritious food. But yeah, they can. You have to. Alright, so they eat stuff like dumplings and yams, and those things they fatten you up and put weight on you. See what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I think he's associating poor with no food.
Yeah, that's not poor. What is that? There's a word for that. That's famine.
Impoverished?
Impoverished, yes. I think, yeah.
I don't think that's right. 1 second. Let me make sure.
Check Google.
Yep.
It's
impoverished. Exhausted the strength, vitality, or natural fertility of. No. Word for no food. Google, help me, Google. Please.
Word for no food?
Well, he has a point. What do you call
Xerophagia?
Xerophagia? What the fuck? What the fuck is xerophagia? It sounds like some kind of hand food you would spend $500 on.
Xerophagy is the strictest Christian fast, which observed chiefly by the Eastern churches during Lent. Oh, yeah, that. It's not even during Lent.
Oh my God! Come on, Tails, survive. Good.
Oh man, I remember when I used to fucking give up something.
I enjoy doing that. I haven't done it like actually done it. But like anytime I ever did it, my mom's always like, just don't eat meat. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's the American way, where I can still get into heaven doing the minimum amount.
Pretty much. What the hell is this? Who's this?
Eating as much meat as I want.
Whose man?
Whose man's is what?
Oh.
Yo, this Sonic Mania is not bad.
Yeah, it's actually a good one. Sonic Forces is the trash one.
Oh, how much is this game?
$30.
30. You're gonna buy it.
Oh, wait, what are you playing this on? PC?
It's on the Switch too.
Wait, but then you actually had to wait.
Wait, okay, so here's my question. Is this a part of the Sonic continuity, like, in turn? Huh? Oh, it's a part of... So, Sonic 4... So what happened to Sonic 4?
It's not, they don't consider it canon. They retcon it.
But they got rid of it?
Yeah, Sonic 4 is retcon.
Sonic 4 was trash. No wonder they got rid of it.
That's
Fucked up part is that game came out.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that that game exists is what fucked up, not the fact that it got wrecked on.
Okay.
Oblivion, get on to the tune.
Oh, Phil is in here. I want to ask you. Did you see the spoiler? Did you see the spoiler, Phil? Phil. Phil.
Here comes the Dragon Ball.
Oh boy. Damn it. I want to ask him something. No, it's not a Dragon Ball. Yeah. I want to ask him about something. So, it's not a Dragon Ball debate. They released spoilers and... man. This is what I'm talking about. I'm just sort of disappointed off top. What is it?
Vegeta ain't number one in the house.
No, Vegeta tries Ultra Instinct and it fails. They say he actually fails. That's episode 117. Not this week, but the following week.
How accurate is the...
No, it's from Geekdom. It's from Geekdom. It's all accurate, 100%. It's from the real sources, not some random.
Where does Geekdom get sources? Is it like exclusive or he just finds it on?
He gets it from real people like Herms and stuff like that. These are the credible guys. They have a great track record. Oh my God, he didn't get a single blue thing because of that. That's crazy. Yeah, but no, he's not like some guy who just makes up nonsense. He gets a real credibility.
Fuck, man.
You know who Geekdom is, right? A-Train?
Yeah, I watched this video on it today.
I was so disappointed. Well, it doesn't put into full context. Like, you know...
Here's the thing, he's gonna get it. The issue is, him trying to do it on purpose is not happening.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid. Like, why would you do a conscious move consciously?
He's probably gonna do it unconsciously.
Oh, look,
yeah, that's how it has to be activated right now. Until it's a state of being like it is with Leafs and the Angels, like they have to do it unconsciously, or until they master it.
Do you? But here's my question: do you think he will get it in this tournament, or this is just?
Sure. Yeah, without a doubt, he's getting it. That's the only way he can fight Jiren.
It doesn't. Yeah.
In the tournament.
Yeah, that's the only way he can fight Jiren. No Saiyan is strong enough to fight Jiren right now, unless they have access to these techniques.
This is why I want to ask Phil, because guess what? Goku is about to lose to what's her name, and I don't know. I think they're gonna knock out Kefla.
Yeah, they are. They straight up are. She's either losing next episode because Jiren knocks her off, or the episode. Yeah, it has to be this episode coming up this weekend.
There was a spoiler saying that a universe was going to be a race. Do you think it's Universe 6?
It's not going to be Universe 6. Well, actually, it might be because the last
we only have
Namekian warriors are fighting now.
Like,
wait, it's only 4 left.
It's Kefla. Well, Kefla counts as 1 now. The 2 Namekians, and that's it, right?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be between Universe 2 and Universe 6. They're gonna get.
If Universe 6 gets wiped, then I don't know what the hell these guys are writing. This is some other shit.
No, but if Universe 6
they're gonna bring him back.
Vegeta has to win.
No, we know they're gonna bring him back. Obviously, we know they're gonna bring him back. But not Vegeta doesn't have to win.
I mean, kind of. I mean, maybe.
It would to continue the saga moving forward, because Vegeta has already explained he's gonna bring back Universe 6, yes, that would make sense. But I stand firm in believing I don't think Toei has the testicular fortitude. I really don't. I don't think
they're going to bring just them back. They're not going to bring Jiren back. They're not going to bring this and this back. They're not going to bring all the other universes. They're going to bring Universe... Or what they're going to do is bring back Universe... No, they have to only bring back Universe 6. If they bring back all of them, they fucked up.
No,
and then this whole arc was for nothing.
Yeah, they're not going to bring back all the universes. You guys are going to... Everybody's... Or they can interrupt the tournament.
No, but wait.
That's not gonna happen. What some people are speculating that when they're getting erased, that it might be. People are speculating that they might be just be warped somewhere, and that the angels are just acting like they were erased, because no one else can see that besides the angels. But I don't know how accurate that would be.
Hopefully
but
not.
that is a theory that's going around. I just don't know if I trust it.
So then, are you suggesting Frost isn't erased?
That nigga Frost is dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, Frost is gone, but like the other universes, like, because it's not the same way they erased with like Kakai. But then again, yeah, same way. Even when he erased the universe, it didn't look like that. When he erased the universe,
that white aura,
the future 7th universe.
Oh, you mean that? Oh.
Yeah, it didn't look like that. That's why people are speculating. Maybe it's not really being erased, but being transported. And because the gods can't tell what's happening outside of the nothingness, the angels can kind of just say whatever they want.
Alright, so so here's my thing. Why do you think Vegeta? Because like I don't. This is what I was talking to Carl about yesterday, and this is what I wanted to ask Phil. I don't see Goku winning this.
Yeah, I mean, he just wasted all his energy again. Like
and I was who was I talking to when I said, how many times have you seen Goku turn Super Saiyan
Blue?
No,
or 3?
Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we had this discussion, and we was like, he's only done it 2 times. He's never done it. He's not.
Yeah, fix your shit.
I'm sorry.
Is Bone Daddy playing? I bet you wait. Watch this. I know it feels.
What do you call Bone Daddy?
Exactly.
I bet you playing.
You don't understand that. You need to show respect.
I bet you. I'm gonna creep up on you.
If you want to show him respect, just call him he's dead.
No, he's offline.
No, he's on.
He's online.
No, it says.
Well, on Discord, he's talking about his stream.
Yeah, on Discord he's online, but not on stream. He might not be on stream.
Nah, he's not streaming. Wow.
He might be triggered still.
Oh, for what? He's not triggered.
Trigger.
But he might be triggered. He might be triggered because he see that skilled ass lady whooping a child's ass. That's what he maybe skilled from. But when I saw that, I got very angry. Like, when I first saw that, I was like, you see, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the shit that be going on in other countries. And it's like.
Yeah, I agree. It's fucked up. But so he never went Super Saiyan. The thing is, he's gone in like let's say, man, has there ever been a time when it was power on, power off, power on, power off? No, there's never been a time. It's always ended when he powered off. Yeah, Goku's not winning. He still has a lot of fight in him. They still have to have a rematch with Jiren, which I think is gonna happen. I think that's the only way they're gonna let. That's because he's gonna see. You see what's gonna happen in this episode? He's gonna be able to
woken Jiren.
Yeah, he woke up Jiren and he was able to control. Like he's actually controlling Ultra Instinct consciously this time. That's the difference between before and last time. Like he's talking. So what I think is gonna happen, Jiren's gonna wake up like like towards closer to the end of the episode, he's gonna knock Kefla off. I don't know.
No, I mean, I don't know if Jiren's gonna knock Kefla off. Like, what reason? I think Goku's just gonna knock her off. Like,
because she's a strong warrior.
Yeah, but Goku
just knock her off.
Goku could probably knock her off without a problem in Ultra Instinct.
No, because if he could, then they wouldn't have a fight. The only way that makes sense is Goku fights Kefla, Ultra Instinct, she's like, what the fuck, she gets knocked off, Jiren wakes up, they fight, and Goku loses.
I don't see them fighting right away though. Goku lost his energy again, and remember in the spoilers they say Universe 2 attacks Goku, but then Android 17 and 18 defend Goku and take on Universe 2, and then the next episode, some universe is erased.
No, you're talking about 117. 116 still needs to happen.
Yeah, I know.
Which is happening this week.
Yeah. Yes, but I'm saying I don't think Jiren's gonna fight Goku in the next, like, 2 to 3 episodes.
That's the only time he can. Like, the only other way is, like, Goku's gonna need to borrow, like, some serious energy from people just to absorb their power to be able to fight again.
Yamada King lets Goku have his sense of being.
Actually, you know what? That would be fire. I wouldn't be shocked if Zeno was like, oh, he used a central beam? Cool. That's cool. Now he can fight at full power again? Yay, Goku.
That's cheap shit. No, they say cheap shit, you say cheap shit. I say it's totally possible. They allow Patara.
I know.
They allowed Patara, they allowed the containment wave, the Mafuba.
Yeah.
Like, they're slowly breaking apart the rules, and I think there's gonna be a point when they're like, oh man, everyone's tired, I wanna see something awesome. They're gonna heal everyone, or Goku's gonna sneak in a senzu beam.
I could totally even see the killing rule being taken out if Frieza kills someone. I don't know. I know this has been said before, but...
Yo, turns out I've been muted for like an hour and I haven't even realized.
That's pretty good. You probably would have gotten stunned earlier, so it's okay.
So I was like, what the heck?
Damn it.
Yikes. No, I just feel like an idiot.
I've got
just talking to myself.
I've got something called school now, and I don't like it.
What's a school?
What is this school?
School.
I know, right?
Wait till I can say that.
You know what I get to do tomorrow?
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, I get to play it. And then I get to play the Blaque tomorrow as well.
I mean, it's already out for me, so hey.
Shit, I'm watching it now.
But you're going to school. By the time you get out is whenever I'm gonna play it too.
See, I work Saturday till 11, and then I have to be into work on Sunday at 7.
By the time you're out, I would have already played for like 2 hours.
Nah.
Haha, what the weapon?
Wait, when are you getting it? When are you getting it? Oh, waka waka. Wow.
Pauldron, I'm gonna have to get ready to go to sleep soon.
Are you sure about that?
Are you gonna stay up?
Wait.
Will you wake me up at 8? Are you gonna wake me up at 8? Huh? Nothing?
Alright. Bye. You sleep well.
It's got the 2-minute countdown to school. 2 minutes.
It's the final countdown.
Wait, when did I unmute Keen? Why can't I hear Keen's voice? What the hell happened?
I don't think you ever muted him.
He didn't.
I did mute him. I legitimately muted him.
No, you. A-Train, no, you didn't. I knew you didn't.
No, look, hold up. He's actually defying all the laws. Look at this.
Yeah, I am Keen. I'm Robin Hood. I'm Robin Hood the second. I am
like,
Robin.
I'm not even joking. I legitimately muted him.
I am Robin Hood the second. You can't do anything to me.
Please don't.
Alright, back to meeting you.
Oh, snap.
Yo, I'm watching godlike shit right now.
You know what's godlike?
These nuts.
No, I got him.
Brett, if you say these nuts are godlike, you want some gay shit.
Oh my god.
That's what I thought, but I'm like, I'll leave the man do what he wants.
I mean, he is net nobody.
Oh yeah, apparently, shit.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I'm like,
Oh
Really?
We got Katarina as Jaden Animations and freaking Red.
Oh, please.
And Red as Net Nobody. What's next?
Jaden and I was nothing alike.
Oblivion Shofu.
Yo, parkour.
I'll take Shofu.
Alright, here's a question. Oh wow, you do go faster when you do that. When you're riding down, alright, when you're doing what's that stuff that Lance Armstrong used to do? The bike riding thing?
I don't know. I don't know where you. I don't know where you actually you don't recognize this. Any one of us would know.
Because
talking to Pauldron.
I thought you were going to bed.
I thought you were Cat.
Wait, what game is Triforce talking
Yeah,
about?
it's 3:10 and I should be in bed by now.
I'm watching some crazy shit. This is just kind of godlike.
Crazy shit.
Crazy shit, man.
It's humans performing a whole bunch of stunt tricks.
And that's impressive. Why?
Because
it's tricks.
It's tricks. It's like this is human beings.
Oh wow, JP? Wow, that image.
I like how Sahil over here is playing his, stolen.
Sahil isn't even in here.
Oh, it's not Sahil. Yeah, he's playing it.
It's people are awesome. Submit your videos.
I am, and it's not a stolen copy.
Did you get midnight with him?
Yeah, boy.
I went to my Best Buy and they didn't have freaking midnight with him. Pissed off.
GameStop.
Amazon is great, bro. They delivered it like they arrived this morning.
Do you guys know about those umbrellas that are shower curtains? Like it's an umbrella and it's like a, I don't know how to put it. Voice
it's a clear umbrella, Triforce. Or what are you talking about?
Oh no. Bulma died.
Yeah, the voice actor for Bulma died.
At 57. Oh.
And Frieza's English voice actor might be dying too.
Shit's wrong, boy. Hell.
The thing that sucks is like now we like, besides from the fact that a life was lost, is like, how do you replace Bulma?
There's like a whole other side behind X6, like about the same exact size as this, and if you want to crazy enough to count all that, you're not building on the other side.
Look at the nobility hall, by the way. This is our end.
No, not behind the stairs, but like this high, through the wall. Yeah. I mean, there is something behind the stairs. Keep looking at later. Yeah.
Alright, so A-Train, when are you gonna give me? I just want to know.
I got you Friday.
Friday? Alright.
Yes. Literally Friday, as soon as my paycheck comes in, I'll keep telling you.
Mushroom House.
I wonder, that's another thing. Who here has seen Justice? Yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about Justice League.
No, I like how those titles are true too. And yet, no Justice League was talked about it.
It's in the corner right there.
So who's Square House?
I need it.
Is it JP's?
Huh? What did you say?
Are you good?
No, not really.
Pineapples are great.
I got two Square House.
Guys says pineapples are great.
Yes, pineapples are great.
Especially on pizza.
Yeah.
Wow, this zombie literally popped in.
Why am I in here?
Because of what I text you in the DMs. So
You asked me about Justice League.
No, I did. I asked you about Dragon Ball. No, I'm playing. All right, look, but because he was gonna leave the room ASAP. All right, so you watch Justice League. Your thoughts about the movie? Because we saw it. Me and Pauldron saw it. So Pauldron took me out to go see it. No homo.
Whoa, full homo. But so it's far too much CG. I do like the second half of the movie better than the first, but that's because all the colors brightened up when Superman came back to life. I like that when he showed up, it didn't feel like there was any chance of them losing, which is how it's supposed to be.
Wait, what?
The moment he showed up at the last fight, all chance.
What the hell? He left? No, he got disconnected. He lost internet. Shit. Oh, I thought he meant when he came back to life. What do you mean, Steppenwolf?
Don't hit me. I literally have like 2 hearts left.
Damn it. I'm not gonna talk about that. You know what's so funny? The stream is called Justice League Chill Stream. It's not.
It went from Cat's PS4 to Cat's getting a PC to
Which
like...
still reminds me, Cat, you're stupid if you're getting that fucking PS4 first.
Whatever, getting the PS4 first,
It's my
maybe you're getting
opinion,
that.
but you're stupid if you're getting that PS4 first.
What?
Still want about that?
Oh, she probably wants to play games.
No, all she wants, the main reason she wants that PS4 is to stream Monster Hunter Day 1.
Well, yeah, not only that, but I also want Persona.
Then what's wrong with that then? I don't understand.
The fact that she wants her future to be in
And
graphic
Final
design,
Fantasy 16.
and it requires her having a PC
Not
to do some
entirely
sort of
graphic
graphic
design.
design.
It's more like animation now.
Okay, animation's even worse because you actually need a PC for that.
All right, but here's my question: is she gonna get the PC anyway later down the line?
Yeah, like a couple years down the line, but she could start building up
Suspicious
right
activity
now.
has been detected after your last vaping session.
And then
you're not gonna have enough money in a couple months to buy that
I
PC.
hold on, guys, hold on. Internet died on you?
Identified as
Windows Update. My computer
has rewired
Unless my
into
money
hard
is going
drive,
to EMP.
So-
making it
So,
crave more.
Kat, make sure that you get a solid state hard drive, and you too can have your computer entirely restart and come back online in 1 minute.
If you buy now,
That's what solid state does? Oh shit.
Cat, you should get whatever you want. Like faster transfer.
Just shut off,
Not
get
a
its
mechanical
update,
hard
and then
drive.
restart it.
All right. Oh, Phil, I have your hot sauce. Here's my question to you, because I'm looking at this bag.
Yeah.
This shit is ridiculous. What the fuck you have in here, man? Is how many did you get?
7.
7?
What the fuck?
Yo, you really have 7 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Is this 7 or 6? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you got 7. Yeah, damn.
I was watching that live stream and I saw you guys getting that hot sauce from Billy Mitchell and everything.
Yeah, he cleared out. Look at this shit. Hold on, I'm watching. Damn, you got a lot of the regular. Well, what is this you got?
The regular sauce is delicious, and I would love to try that. I don't want to test the new sauce and just get all of it because I might not like it as much. But
Habanero sauce.
the regular flavor is good. Oh, it is?
Yeah, you tried it already. You tried the man versus snake one.
Zero's entire thing about hot sauce is like, if it's not as hot as the stuff in Mexico,
Yes.
The chat.
Yes, because I tried the sauce. It's whack.
Oh,
but nobody cares if it's hot. They care if it tastes good.
It doesn't even taste good.
Well, then keep drinking your fucking your chili con carne sauce or whatever.
No, keep drinking your fire death sauce. Because I can't.
It's a minute here.
Yes,
Yeah, what?
Do you test that shit?
No, because KDD literally took all of it.
Don't do it. I tell you, don't do it. He's acid.
I took all of it. You two didn't offer me any pizza. It's all even.
What do you mean didn't offer you any pizza?
What if I offered you
When I
pizza?
got to that pizza, there was like the only thing that was left was 2 regular pieces and then the entire half of no cheese. So somebody else dug into that pizza before you could get your pizza.
Not me, because Trifle's gonna get any.
Actually, you know who it was? It was Trap. Get mad at Trap.
I'm just
why would I get mad at Trap?
He's trying to kill
Wait, wait, why am I mad at all? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I got hot sauce. I got hot sauce. You got pizza. It's all cool.
Wait, which one? The Pizza Hotel? Not the...
No, the one we're talking about is that, remember how you had a card for the Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Blake and Oblivion ordered the pizza together, and then they ate it. And I didn't get any, so I'm like, you can't complain about the hot sauce. I didn't get any pizza. Shit happened.
Oh wait, y'all took the actual ticket and bought it?
Yeah, they did.
Oh shit, I didn't even know. There wasn't available in any Pizza Hut, or it had in the country.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pizza Hut.
Does it have pineapples on it?
That would have been good.
Right? Maybe you should have kept it.
Pineapples on it.
I didn't know anyone took it.
What do you mean you offered it and handed it to them?
I did?
Literally did.
Yeah, were you like, are you delirious?
I don't remember. I don't.
You took it out of your swag bag. You literally said, "Who wants this?" and you gave it to them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I remember. Oh, okay.
The voice actress for Bulma died.
Yes, that's what we just said. Well, no, we said that when you was off that. You was out of here. You said it. She, that's sad. All right, but I want to get back to Injustice. I want to get back to Justice League.
Why? That movie was.
See, it's not bad, but it's not good.
That's the problem. They spent $300 million on it, and it should be better than this.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, why was there so much CG? Why did they reshoot so many things for so much comedy? Like, no, they reshot.
No, they reshot.
They kept doing reshoots for it, so they had like funny moments there that they added in reshoots. You could tell because the camera would like zoom in on the person's face and just show a background.
I agree with you. I call it a 7.5 movie out of 10. It definitely wasn't a great movie, but it wasn't a bad movie either.
It wasn't a bad movie, but there's like no change in me from seeing it. I could have not seen it and have been exactly the same. The second half of it was exactly like a Justice League episode, which is nice. But the first half of it was like, it just felt like nothing was moving at the right pace.
Alright, so let me ask you this then. Are you disappointed?
Yo, this fucking DK mad guy keeps getting up my ass.
Are you disappointed? Are you disappointed in the fact that they did not show Darkseid as a prelude to the next version?
No, I'm not, because I was worried that they're gonna stuff Darkseid in like they did at the end with Doomsday in the last movie. I'm just glad they didn't do that.
I just felt that I would love to have seen Darkseid, like what's his name? What's his name again? I keep forgetting his son's name. What's the name of the bad guy they beat? Steppenwolf. I'm mad that they beat him. I thought we was gonna see him go home and Darkseid is like, you failed me and blah blah blah. And I don't know.
Next movie's not even gonna have Darkseid.
Huh?
Next movie's probably gonna be the Injustice League.
Injustice League or Legion of Doom?
Whatever, what's your vote?
No, because they showed Lex Luthor and Deathshot, and they were talking about, he was like, we should have our own league. That's what Lex Luthor said. So that would imply the Legion of Doom.
Well, the Legion of Doom is just the old shit. The Injustice League are the...
Oh, that's the new version? That's what they call the Legion of Doom? The Injustice League?
Yeah, it's got Sinestro, Catwoman, Penguin, like...
Yeah, why are they changing it from Legion of Doom then?
The Legion of Doom was the name of it when it was like super old.
Yeah, but that name is godlike, the Legion of Doom.
And not the Injustice League?
The Injustice League, yeah, it sounds like, what about... Oh, well, it's not that important.
But
I was about to say, if you put on a fire shit and jump in the oil, wouldn't it burn the place down?
Legion of Doom has stronger people anyway.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so they haven't introduced any of these characters. Bizarro, Brainiac, Captain Cold, Solomon Grundy.
They had the whole Injustice 1. That's funny. The Legion of Doom is in the Injustice 1.
But the Injustice League has Joker.
And they stated they made reference to Joker at the end.
They made reference, a lot of references. They referenced Gorilla Grodd.
How? Where?
When he said that. Yeah, he speaks sign language, Gorilla sign language.
Who?
Wait. When he met the Flash in his own house.
Who said they spoke? Oh, okay.
So Grodd, like everything points to the Justice League because that's they need a villain for each person. The Justice League is gonna fill that. So Deathstroke might be Batman's villain. The Injustice League had Cheetah, so that's for Wonder Woman. The Injustice League had Black Manta, that's for Aquaman. The Legion of Doom was more of a thing when the Justice League was way bigger.
Oh, okay. So yo, when they put the lasso on Aquaman, why is it I like that version of Aquaman than the other one? My man's like, yo, you're so beautiful.
He's like, I'm just scared to be alone, and I've been alone for so long. And...
My man kept it 100% real with Wonder Woman. That's what made me laugh because he said,
Well, he was insulting everyone else, and then he went to Wonder Woman, it was like...
Oh man, my man said he's gonna hurt Flash. I said if you talk to anyone, I will hurt you.
Why him? Why only him? Because he can't do anything to anyone else?
Well, actually, he can kind of do something to everybody else.
I love that Batman kept telling him, asking him, be like, do you
Yeah.
Look, I mean, like, I just... Could you put some feelers out in the ocean? Like, I just want to ask. Wait, do you really talk to the fish?
He said, I talk to the water.
The ocean talks to the fish.
Yeah, exactly. Just wondering, you know, Batman was actually a prick in that. He wasn't actually such a bad guy. Like, Batman was actually... He actually kept the team together. Diana got tight. Holy smokes, he talked about her boyfriend. She punched him in his chest. His solar plexus got fucked up right there.
Look, I'm just saying, the movie... every enemy that they... Okay, do you remember the second Matrix?
Yeah.
Do you remember the Burly Brawl, the 100-man Smith fight?
Yeah.
This whole movie felt like that, where you can tell that nothing was real, so it made it less cool.
I don't know. I wasn't... See, because I know when I see these comic book movies, I automatically assume off top that everything is going to be CG. So I purposely, like, I guess, hypnotize myself into seeing everything this week. The only thing that, like, I was saying to myself, there's no way they're going to be able, they have to CGI Batman because Ben Affleck looked like he couldn't move his life in that suit.
Well, they didn't CGI Batman in Batman v Superman. Like when he fought in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And that was the best part of the movie because it was in a real location and it was choreographed beautifully. But in this movie, like, the choreography was so bad because everything was quick cuts. It was like the third Taken movie, where it's just like, it's all quick cuts and the camera's real close, so it's super hard to follow some of the action. And, well, okay, so when I say things don't feel real, think about, like, that's one thing that Marvel does well. For all its faults, Marvel makes you feel like what's happening is happening in the real world, even when it's completely not in the real world. It's like could be a real place. In the end, in this movie, like in the last location, that didn't feel like a real fucking place. It just felt like they were fighting in space. Like, and Cyborg, for as well as he acted, like, he just never, whenever he was on the screen, it didn't feel like he was really there. It just felt like this fake fucking The best example I can give is Iron Man. Iron Man, even though half the time he's CG, because the other half they have a real suit for him.
This is true.
Half the time that he's CG, he still feels like he's really there. It doesn't feel like you're looking at a CG dude. And the Cyborg's exactly the same in terms of being a fully metal man. And sometimes when he has like Iron Man has his mask off or his mask up, it still feels like he's there.
Yeah. Iron Man, Cyborg actually is.
Yes, but it didn't feel like the robot actually existed. It feels like the suit, no matter what, whether it's CG or not, exists.
His body's robotic, and he helped him.
I feel like you're trying to make it better than it is when even back in Terminator 2, Terminator 2 looked better than this.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 had the same face, with the same half robot face with the red eye, and it looked 10 times better than this movie.
Yeah, I didn't like. I actually didn't like the way Cyborg looked. It looked like they cut half a human's face off, put makeup on it, and then stuck it on a CG.
Like it was insane. There's so much.
That is the only
now. There's so much. Like, why couldn't they get that right? That's something they could have easily gotten right. I don't know. Like maybe they're stuck like Dragon Ball, where they have a contract with a shitty company and they can't leave them. They have like a decade-long contract. I don't know.
So you know you fucked up, right?
Yeah, I talked about Dragon Ball so you can understand it.
Okay, so here's my next question to you now.
Oh,
no, it's a question. Because I'm going to go to sleep soon. I got to get up in 5 hours so I can get on my plane and head to Florida. Okay, so Dragon Ball. So you know Vegeta is good. They said the spoilers came out saying Vegeta's
No. I don't know this because I don't read the spoilers, so don't say the rest of that. And I'm okay with not talking about it because then you'd have to spoil something.
Okay, so what about what's coming up this weekend?
What are you talking
From the preview.
For anybody who bought the oil, you have to dump on it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no.
Struggle with this boss. Here's to you.
Oh, he's just talking about people who say he's gonna have a hard time fighting his boss. But yeah, okay, so so you don't know anything about the you don't know anything.
I don't look at the
spoilers and all that. Okay, alright then. There's nothing to talk about then, because everything else would be me. Pauldron's about to die to a boss. He just said he's gonna scrape. Damn. I guess I guess I'll wait till this comes out. Alright, Pauldron, you left that bag out for me, right? You left that bag out for me, so I guess that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm gonna go. I just wanted to ask you that about Justice League though. I gotta get to sleep. I got a flight at 10 something, so yeah guys. I will check you out. I gotta use bathroom now. I'll let it go.
I swear, it's always like the last second that you guys come back. What the fuck? Yeah, we still won. Fuck you bitches.
Damn.
Trust me, I know how you feel.
Damn, son.
Where'd you get that?
Damn, son. Where you find this?
So I think I mastered motion. I barely use the stick anymore. I use it for like certain turns.
Oh my god.
I really should go to bed. It's like 4 a.m. here.
It's
3:30 in my bed.
I did not mean to say it this late.
But then the conversation's got interesting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Got crazy, that's what it is.
It's got mad crazy.
You go from computers to beats, like...
Beats? Jeez, like... I was right.
got a triple? Nice.
Okay, cat.
Huh?
Why do you say okay, cat?
Say something about a cat.
Does anyone know the game Rampage?
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this earlier.
It's in the movie.
Yes, we know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it is, huh?
It's a trash. It's a trailer trash.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Haven't seen it. Yeah.
I'm just sitting up on wood by now. Building the corner just yet. Right now, it's just there for structure.
Hold on. Something is massively wrong here.
I'm still trying to figure out if I should watch Justice League.
Oh, yeah, we might have to replace.
It was a good movie. The CG was fine. What the fuck?
This one on the first one. So yeah, I guess it's a lot of work. No. You can keep this one. I mean, like the floor upstairs, because I wanted to be this color, the light one.
Okay, you come look at my house now. It's better than what it was.
Sometime today.
You said that
well,
last time and then it took you forever.
We don't need to do that just now. I guess we can work on like the structure.
Who here? Wait. Who here has played Sonic Mania is watching the stream right now?
I have it.
I've seen it so much, I practically played it.
I have it.
Something is massively wrong with the Oil Ocean boss.
You can break it.
Oh, filled with water.
Wow, I just straight up died. Like,
You can break it so easily. Just use the fire.
no. I was gonna shit on this boss for y'all because a lot of y'all was saying that the Oil Ocean boss is hard.
No, it's not.
A lot of people were saying it.
Easy.
It's easy cheese, but it's you're supposed to be able to duck. You're supposed to be able to duck the tentacle. It keeps hitting me. The timing on the laser is completely wrong.
It's still in place.
Still one. Doing that else stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
No, cause something's fucked. Something's like extra fucked up here. I'm just gonna.
Hold up. Let me check your stream.
Nah, I'm just gonna.
I've been stuck on this one stage in Sonic Mania for like weeks now.
Wait, weeks? What stage?
I don't know the name, but it's like a water one. It's kind of far into. That might be it. I don't know. It's kind of far into.
It's the only water stage.
Then yes.
Yeah.
I keep on dying with the bosses, and just like, I keep on getting game overs and shit.
No, the boss is easy as fuck. All you gotta do.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's easy as fuck. You just gotta try. You just gotta do this. Now.
You just gotta stop being a scrub.
No. Hold on. First of all, the one where you have to where you're chased, that's easy as hell.
Oh, that's easy.
But what I'm saying is the one you're probably having difficulty with is the one that's like a big bowling ball with rockets attached to it. The way you beat that boss is you just jump over him, and when he's getting ready to land, dash up one of the walls and just slightly drift to the middle and just jump on him repeatedly. You don't have to do anything. Just let yourself fall on him and bounce off. That's how you do damage to him. If you try to fight him fair, he's gonna fuck you up.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I mean, I wish there was a boss. Is there a boss rush mode in this goddamn game?
I mean, maybe. I know there's a whole.
Because I'll just show you how to fight that guy.
Well, like it's a combination of the boss and like one of the bosses where you gotta run up like a whole bunch of stuff before like the roof falls in on you or whatever.
Oh no, that's too easy.
I don't know.
Come
on. I'm never fast for that. I'm not that.
You don't even have to be fast for that. You just have to know when to jump.
Okay, speed.
I'm just saying, like that boss is not hard. Don't fool yourself into thinking it's hard just because you die a couple times. You don't know the pattern. That's all it is. It's not that it's hard. That's not even a boss. That's like a death trap.
Death trap.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I never been good at Sonic. I never claimed to be.
Check it out though. Check it out though. Check it out though. If you think that's hard, you'll never make it out of Sonic 3, because that one is way longer and way harder. That's the one from ancient something or whatever. The one where it's like ruins and shit. The one in Sonic 3. You'll never make it out of that if you think this is hard.
Like, I know in Sonic 2 I can never get past Metropolis.
Oh, there's an even worse one in Sonic 3. They have 2 of these in Sonic 3. The one in the sand in the desert. The death trap in that one is the hardest.
Are you talking about Sky Sanctuary?
No,
No.
not Sky Sanctuary. The hardest thing about Metropolis is like the little freaking starfish robot looking things. If you go near them, they like shoot out spikes and like.
Oh, that's Sonic. That's Sonic 2.
And it is Sonic 2. And
No,
it pisses me right off.
Metropolis Zone is supposed to be hard. Metropolis Zone is the hardest stage on the game.
Is it actually?
Yeah. It's the hardest stage, period. In fact, I'd argue that it is the most difficult stage in the Sonic franchise.
Seriously?
Yeah. Metropolis Zone. Because, see, what Metropolis Zone is, it's a maze, first of all. And it's got nothing but enemies that are not fair. The mantises that shoot their claws at you, the starfish, the screws, everything in Metropolis Zone is completely unfair.
Fuck that shit.
And nothing is it's not given it doesn't give you a chance to live. Like if you go down like a really steep path and stuff like that, best believe there's gonna be an enemy there to stop you. Oh yeah, the crabs with the hammer arms. It's just not fair.
Yeah. And there's there's always this one part of the stage where you gotta use one of the screws to go up. But while you're going up, there's like one of those weird starfish robot things in the wall, and you can't really get past it because it's right there. And like if you go near it, it's like
It's cheese.
And I haven't played the game in like 2 years, and I still remember this. Wow.
Yeah, man, that trauma is hard to get rid of, man.
Oh, okay, I just remembered one.
Yeah, Metropolis Zone is the hardest zone in the game.
Yeah,
it's the hardest zone in the franchise. It's like one of Sega's best works, as far as the difficult stage in Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my god. Now the worst stage, the most ass stage, is Stardust Speedway. Stardust Speedway is a waste of your time.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
In this game. In this game, it's easy.
Yeah, in this game.
In Sonic CD, it was complete fucking trash. It still is trash.
You still have Blaque animals under my floor.
I mean, it has good music.
It has one of the best tracks in the game, and it's the worst stage. Because it's not fun. It's not. I don't understand how people can tell me that Stardust Speedway is fun.
Yeah, come look at my house.
In CD?
Yeah.
I haven't played that one yet.
The boss isn't good either.
Even though I have the Mega Collection, I just haven't unlocked Sonic CD yet because I haven't beat any of the other Sonic games.
The level is a chore. The boss is a chore. You have to race Metal Sonic. Ugh. Who wants to do that? Alright, see ya.
You do that. Huh? Oh, you
By that,
son.
I'm gonna watch videos and play Splatoon.
That is literally me, except for the Splatoon part. I say go to bed and like spend another hour on YouTube.
I guess I plan on waking up at 11. No.
I am
Should
not.
probably go to bed about now.
I think Tails might have a more difficult time with the Oil Ocean boss for one reason or another, because when I played Sonic and Knuckles, I literally trashed the man in under 2 minutes.
Go ahead, continue. It's all good.
Oh my gosh, whose Pokemon game is this? Oh my god.
Yeah, already.
I got my first golden Pokemon.
Nice.
Send the photo.
It's a Gumshoe.
Oh, never mind this guy.
No.
the thing is that you will get gumshoes anyway, because the way the totem stickers work is that you have to get a certain amount of totem stickers, but first, before you get the totem Pokemon, first, gumshoes is 26 stickers, right? But you have to beat the totem Pokemon beforehand.
Wow. So I think I literally got everything pretty accurate except for one part, and I just I wonder. I think this room might be a little too big.
20. Yo, you know what's fun? I get Eradicate. I get a good one.
No.
But then you get the better one with Marowak. I get the better one with the Lazzle. You get the better one with Despicable, and then I get the better one with Como.
Level 20, send attack, other smooth,
Wait, hold on. Zuru, you wanna know which one you get out of 100 totem stickers?
No.
Did you just say Howie?
Yeah, I've been saying Allie because like my arms have been cramping and everything, and then I've been cramping and then arms.
Como.
This is Howie.
I say owie when it's not great pain. I just say owie.
I
Actually, you know what? I lied.
I can get Mimikyu totem size.
Oh wait!
80 stickers totem size Mimikyu.
Oh my gosh, a Mimikyu totem? Holy
No,
shit.
but what's funny is Ultra Sun at 100 stickers gets Ribombee, and then Ultra Moon gets Como. Think about it. Think about it.
I'm trying.
Yo, I have the entire sticker list. I'm literally, as I'm playing through, I'm getting every single one of these stickers. This is basically the Zygarde that was like in Sun and Moon, but it's the stickers.
Yo, I almost set myself up for failure tomorrow. Holy shit.
Good job.
I almost did.
Why is that?
Because, oh my god,
Because she's stupid.
I wasn't thinking. I was tired. Okay, my bad.
What's the matter? What happened?
Oh, I totally miscalculated everything.
What
So
happened?
I'm like, oh, I should leave the house by 1:30. I'll make it to work at 12. Like what?
What?
Exactly. That was my thought process. That was my thought process. I realized I fucked up.
You can set backwards in time, I guess. Fuck.
Yeah, so basically I should leave at 11:30 instead of waking up at 11:30. I'm such a moron.
Way to go, Ted.
I know.
I mean, someone has to.
Whatever. Whatever.
Scrubbles.
Use this scrub.
Okie doke. I'm all
You're a
set.
Scrubby.
Scrubby, scrub. Good. My god.
You know, I should have actually made the form purple instead of this color.
Oh man. Alright.
Like, it doesn't match.
I want to leave by 11. So. I'm gonna have to go to bed like right now. I want a good sleep schedule.
You want to leave by 1 and get there at 12.
God no, I would hate myself at work. No, I would not. Work is gonna kill me. Ah, no.
Surprised you didn't work there. Seeing as they're gonna kill you and all.
I mean, yeah, if it's gonna kill you, shit. I like life. I want to live.
So I'm gonna have to wake up at fucking... Actually, I don't need to wake up at 8. That's crazy.
Do you need to wake up at fucking 8?
No. Because I'm thinking, previous times I woke up 3 hours before, so I can take that time to get ready and make sure I got everything. But if I just do 2 hours, maybe we can... No.
Math is too hard for Cat.
No, it's not that. I'm trying to think. Like, do I want 3 extra hours, or do I want, like, 2 hours? Or
Wait, cat thinking? Since when?
Oh, wow, I see how it is.
Damn. Your boyfriend.
No, I'm not even gonna. I'm just not even gonna.
Shit. What are you doing in here, Oblivion?
Yo, JP, what you talking about?
What you talking about?
What you talking about?
What are you talking about, boy?
I can't even. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Pain is coming near.
Alright, yeah, I guess I'm gonna get going.
Okay, bye.
Are you sure about that?
Bye-bye. Yes, I'm very sure about that.
Okay,
Are
bye.
you
Did I leave the
very,
game
very
running?
sure?
Or what?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Please come again.
Please come again. Ah, take out your paws out of me.
Okay,
So yeah,
Okay.
do you guys want me to leave the game running or not? Like,
Okay,
you guys gonna skip or what's the plan?
Leave it up for eternity.
I'll leave the game running till I wake up in the morning. Hello?
Okay, bye.
I don't even know.
Really, JP? You're gonna set water?
Don't ruin my house while I'm gone.
This is your
Ruin
house?
it.
I thought this was JP's.
No.
I
Yeah.
thought you were building your house in the trees. Be one with nature.
No. Remember what I said earlier? I said I was inspired by JP to make my own house, like my real IRL house, but in Minecraft, on survival.
I'm actually.
Oh, so that's what you're doing?
Uh-huh.
Damn, it's unfortunate. This house looks like shit.
I know. I live in a shit house, I'm not gonna deny that. But it's a roof over my head, so shit.
See, Kat, instead of making the entire house out of, like, what, 2 blocks, you could at least, like, add a color to it.
Well, whatever, I'm working on it. It's just the layout right now. Because I don't even know if everything's up to
Yo, is anybody getting Star Wars Battlefront 2?
No.
No. Fuck. I mean, I'm getting
You're
it
the only one.
today, but I'm getting it for free. Well, technically not because it's trade-in shit, but still. Trading 3 games. Trading
So,
3
am I leaving the
games
game
for
on
free.
or not? What's up? What's the dealio? Come on.
I mean, I'm still doing shit.
I'm not.
So you pretty much have until like the Switch decides that like it doesn't want to put up with my shitty Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna cut the stream off here. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry it wasn't as chill as it was supposed to be. I had thoughts of changing the title while they were having that whole thing, but I was just like, screw it. I'm just gonna deafen them. But yeah, well, I'll be back. I think I'll be back tomorrow. I have an upload plan, so stay tuned for that. It really just depends on whether or not I can do the things I gotta do tomorrow, plus upload that thing and make the little edits that I gotta still make to it. But hey, let's hope. Etika chill stream, Jesus Christ. Is he streaming right now? I don't know. For some reason YouTube stopped giving me updates, even though I'm like, you know, the bell is clicked on his channel and all that stuff like that. But yeah, forget what Phil said. Justice League was cool. Go watch it. I'm all in for these DC movies. Didn't think I'd be, but I'm just sick of Marvel. Outside of Black Panther and Deadpool, I'm just sick of Marvel. And their shit. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching again. Make sure to like, subscribe, share the videos. You know, help me. Help me.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so look out for that upload tomorrow. See you guys.